Hello and welcome back to your KVSC stream on 97.5 Radio X as we welcome you back for the second half of this Sunday doubleheader. So far, after the first game, Huskies could not provide any offense. Lost 5-0, no runs, 3 hits, and just an excellent outing from the Mustangs' Carter Patron. 6 innings pitched, 8 strikeouts, only 1 walk, again only allowing 3 hits. For the Huskies, we are trying to find who's going to be on the mound here.
That is number 26, Drayton Liu, I believe that is.
Drayton Liu is going to be on the mound.
True freshman from Janesville, Wisconsin, out there for the Huskies, making his first start, I believe. Yeah, his first start. Has 3 appearances, 7 2/3 innings, a 5.87 ERA, 8 hits allowed, 5 earned runs, 7 strikeouts to 3 walks. Opponents have a 2.76 average against him.
So, and a good chance to get a start here for Drayton Liu. Be his first of the year, like Joey said. And it's going to be interesting to see if he can get that strikeout number up as well. He hasn't had much innings pitched so far with just the 3 outings and no start. And we have 7 2/3 pitched so far in the year, but 7 strikeouts. So something hopefully we can take advantage of right away as we see Levi Lampert take the box here to get us started off. Looks like the lineup will read the same exact way as the first games here for both teams, except for Taeyoung Kim taking over at second base for the Huskies to start this game. He did end out the game at second. First pitch is going to be high and outside to Lambert for ball 1. Drayton Liu gets ready for pitch number 2. This one's slow, but going to be inside here to even the count up 1-1 against Lambert.
Yeah, good job mixing up the speeds early, not being afraid to show him that off speed.
As Lampert comes, sets, fires. This one, same corner. This one slightly outside to the lefty Lambert. Count is going to move to 2-1.
Huskies very willing to just throw out the off-speed and breaking balls very early. A lot of coaches say throw fastballs until they hit it. Huskies pitching coach is very, very open to pitching backwards from the start.
This one, another slow one, popped high down the left field line here. Going foul. Looks like it's going to reach over the net here. So we'll move the count to 2-2. But yeah, like Joey said, we noticed it yesterday, specifically with Brassfield getting the start on the mound, how he would work backwards in counts, start slow, and then finish with high heat as we get ready for the pitch from Drayton here. That one's going to be inside for a ball. Count's going to move to full here. Drayton comes, sets. This one fired in slow, popped up again down the left field line, again drifting foul, and then again over the net. No chance for the third baseman Moreno for the Huskies.
Like I said, Drayton Liu making his first career start for the Huskies right now. As he's looking pretty solid through this first batter, we'll see how he can battle still with full count.
Going against a lineup in the Mustangs who are pretty consistent in the first half of the doubleheader today. This one fired inside, for ball 4 for the first batter, allowing the first run for the Mustangs. Levi Lampert will take first base as we wait Henry Hamrick to step into the batter's box. Hamrick so far in the year batting .295, 4 home runs, 11 RBIs, and 11 runs, batting second in the lineup. Someone who in the first half of the game's got a couple hits as well. That one's going to be a little bit inside, almost clipping him there, but still safe. We're going to count that as ball 1.
Yeah, that was really close. I thought that it was going in from the backdoor side, just popping back into the zone, but just couldn't quite get it.
A breaking ball that couldn't get all the break that Drayton wanted. And that one's going to be a little bit outside from Drayton as well. As Hamrick steps in, Cox back and awaits the pitch. This one fired in inside for a strike here. Some heat from Drayton in the later part of the count.
Yeah, good job just speeding it right back up on Hamrick, not letting him get comfortable with those off-speed pitches.
Count moves to 2-1. Drayton, Cox back, fires in a hard swing from Hamrick on a high fastball, and that's going to be strikeout number 1.
Great job from him there, just speeding it up even more on the top of the zone. 8th strikeout on the year, first in the game for Drayton Liu.
Drayton Liu starting excellent here. Maybe a walk in the beginning, but responding quickly with a strikeout as we see Corey Bantam step into the box. That one's going to be slightly outside there. It's been a little, in the first game as well, that outside corner has been a touchy subject, whether it's strike or ball, but that one's going to go for ball 1.
Good place for him to live against the lefty here with a runner on first and 1 out, trying to get a double play. Throw a change up in that low and away corner, try to get him roll over.
This one slightly high and outside here for ball 2. But yeah, like Joey said, that's usually where you're going to see the pitches line up here in these kind of counts with 1 runner on first and 1 out. Lampert's someone who has stolen 3 bases this year, but he does not have too aggressive of a lead at the moment as he extends it. Liu gets ready, winds up. This one called for a strike on the outside corner there, continuing that outside corner painting. This one called for a strike. 2-1 is the count.
Yeah, it looked like Bantam kind of wanted that one back, maybe something he felt like he could have taken the other way, but he did look at the umpire a little confused after that call.
We noticed that a couple times so far in both these games as we get a pick attempt at first base that will not be successful, but close.
That was a good one. Late reaction from the runner on first and Lampert there. And, I mean, he got back in time getting under the tag, but a good move from Liu.
As we see Liu cock back, ready. As the runner goes, fires down from... Oh, the ball dropped there. It's going to be safe for Lampert in the stolen bag.
Yeah, Guthrie with a good throw, just could not quite get it down in time. As the same thing was happening to Tweet in the first game as they swap off in the catcher position. Neither of them quite able to get out in front of those runners.
Right. Even if that one was caught and not dropped there, that was most likely still going to be safe. As we see Bantam get ready. And the ever so dangerous Tyler Froland waits on deck as well with 1 out. Liu eyes the second base. Cox back, fires. This one high and outside for the walk to Bantam. That will leave runners on first and second. Still just 1 out here in the top of your first inning with Tyler Froland stepping into the batter's box. Something you need to be aware of here. Has hit 3 home runs so far in the 3 games, each on first pitches.
Yeah, we'll see if this first pitch, I would assume it's out of the zone if Liu is aware of that stat.
Yeah, that's something you'd hope, something that he hasn't got a chance to pitch in any of these games so far. First pitch fired. That one's going to catch the outside corner of the plate, so that is exactly what you want to do to start the account against an aggressive hitter like this. Catch him looking.
That was a good pitch for there. It didn't look like anything else he's thrown. It looked like just a fastball that he threw a little softer and just kind of let it float in there just to throw Froland off a little bit.
Liu eyes down second, gets ready, fires. This one slower again, but this one inside, still no swing from Froland, so he's got him confused.
That one looked a lot more like a true changeup that just kind of floated in there, and Froland not waiting back on it enough. We'll see. I mean, Liu can really do anything he wants here. If he has like a real looping curveball in his arsenal that is even slower than that, it might be a good option on 0-2 here, or he'll dial it up with the heat.
We will see what he can dial up here as he eyes down second, gets ready, fires. This one hard lined past the third baseline for a foul.
And that was another slow pitch there, so we'll see. Does kind of feel like you might have to throw a fastball on 0-2. Probably, if you do, you would want it above the zone, know where you could hit it.
Well, something we see from both pitchers, I mean, in general, it's always a good strategy, but both pitchers on both sides today have just been high heat for the strikeout pitch, so let's see if he can transition over there. Liu awaits the pitch, or the call, I should say. Finally gives the nod. Comes set, fires. This one's slightly high to Froland for ball 1. But that was that high fastball that we were mentioning that you just want to try to get him to swing at it when you have no balls anyway.
Yeah, and a lot quicker of a slide step delivery as well, trying to catch Froling a little off guard.
Anything you can do to shake off a hot hitter like this. Lou comes, sets. Fires this one. Another slow changeup. Fooling Froling on the inside 4. Strikeout number 1.
Great job there from Lou to K him up. Set him down for out number 2.
Or strikeout number 2. Excuse me. He struck out the first batter as well. But runners on first and second here as we see Jared Cortez step into the box. Still batting .405 on the year with a homer and 6 RBIs. As Lou gets ready. Runners on base, Cortez is batting .500 on the year as well with 5 RBIs in 2-out scenarios. This one fired in for some heat right away. Pretty catching most of the plate there for an 0-1 start.
Cortez been swinging a hot bat this series and all season. Still above the 400 line at 405.
Yeah, someone that we've learned is just an all-around great athlete. Was All-American in football, baseball, and basketball as he takes the cut there, so he will be called for the strike as we get a call down from the first base umpire. Count moves to 0-2 here for Lou as he looks to get out of a slightly sticky situation in the top of the first inning. Lou comes sets for the 0-2 pitch. Eyes down the second base. Hard cut on by Cortez and a swing and a miss for 3 strikeouts for all 3 outs in that first inning for Drayton Lou, excuse me. So we will move on and await the Huskies' turn to bat here in the bottom of the first. We'll be right back with you here on 97.5 Radio X.
Coming this Friday at 12:30, The Undertaker and John Cena.
Wait, what did you say, Drew?
This headlining event is at KVSC Studios.
No, Drew, that's when Sidelines is on. Did you really try to schedule a main event during Sidelines right here on KVSC?
Sideline?
Yeah, where we talk about things like...
Ryan Suter's patience as a D-man are what makes him in the top 5 of the NHL.
Or...
got all of the talent in the world in weapons.
So then why aren't they in the playoffs?
And...
once Carson Wentz got hurt, I just assumed it was a home field advantage all the way through to the Super Bowl for the
I
Vikings.
did it as well.
Because I don't see them winning.
You can catch all of this live every Friday at 12:30, only on pay-per-view.
Drew, cut it with the wrestling promo. Sidelines isn't on pay-per-view. It's right here on 88.1 FM KVSC every Friday at 12:30.
Hello and welcome back to 97.5 Radio X. Thank you for joining us here in the second half, the last game of your 2-day weekend doubleheader with your SMSU Mustangs going against the SCSU Huskies. This time around, we will see Shea Andres step on the mound, the right-handed pitcher, junior. Though so far in the season, 1-0 in 2 appearances with 2 starts, 9 1/3 innings pitched, posting an 8.68 ERA, so possibly a chance to get a couple around right away for the Huskies.
Huskies now at 8-9 on the season after the loss in the first game. Mustangs, on the other hand, now at 8-5.
And that was something we stopped the 4-game win streak yesterday with the 2 straight wins and got a little bit of momentum, but as we see a high first pitch here for ball 1 to Liam Moreno. Starting off the Huskies lineup the same way, Liam Moreno, Hayden Conkle. Oh, and this one's hard line, deep to left field, back, gone! Moreno right away getting started as we wanted. The Huskies finally get a run on the board in these 2 games here with a deep shot to left for Moreno.
Fantastically hit hard out into left field. That ball was smoked, long gone, as the Huskies take an early lead. That's exactly what they needed.
Finally, some fire and life in this Huskies offense. That is Moreno's 2nd home run on the year, 8 RBIs. It adds to his .368 average already. And anytime you're getting home runs like that from the leadoff hitter, you know you got a good start going. Hayden Conkle steps into bat. This one is going to be lined foul down the left field line. Conkle getting a little bit of a step up in the lineup. I believe he was batting 5th or 6th earlier, 2nd right now. This one again fouled off, but behind home plate. Quick 0-2 count here. 0 outs here. 1-0 lead here for your Huskies. As Conkle awaits the pitch from Andres. This one fired in a line back into the gap down right field. It's going to fall. This one barehanded by the right fielder out there in Lampert. Going to be corralled in to keep Conkle to a single, but 2 quick hits here in your first 2 at-bats for your Huskies.
Yeah, Shea Andres, a guy who's been hit pretty well his whole career, especially this season. Allowed 12 hits and 9 in the 3rd innings, and the Huskies are getting off to him quickly.
And that's the way you want to start after a slow, no-run game earlier, as we see Wyatt Tweet step in the batter's box. This one he'll take ball 1 quickly. Tweet so far in the season batting .345 with a home run and 8 RBIs himself. So looking to continue the bats. As Andres comes set. Fires this one hard hit back, but this is going to be a high fly ball up to second base from Tweet. And corralled in for the first out. Still good contact there from the Huskies. So something you, even though you got out, you're not too necessarily mad at it.
Yeah, I mean, they're swinging the bat well. They're making good contact. That one just, obviously, as you said, not the best contact result, but they're keeping the line moving well.
And something we saw earlier, there's something that we mentioned earlier, the aggressiveness early in counts that the Huskies are quickly taking advantage of. As Navratil steps in for pitch 1, he will take ball 1 inside.
Yeah, I mean, Andres in a little trouble early, obviously, with that home run and then the single. We'll see if he can settle down. He's a guy who's, like I said, he's been hit well throughout the season and his college career so far.
And seeing a slight bit of loss of composure possibly from Andres as we see a ball bounce in front of home plate here for ball 2. So something Huskies can take advantage of quickly here in this first inning, and something they've done in the first 2 games that brought them success was scoring heavily in the first inning. As Andres comes sets. This one fired in and cut on, even though it's possibly a little bit low from Navratil. That will be strike 1. I think Navratil just won a little bit of the hitting party there.
Yeah, sometimes when the guys in front of you start hitting the ball well, you feel like you kind of have to.
Right.
So you start swinging at those pitches outside.
That one cut on hard, sent down foul right. It will be pursued. This one will go too far for anyone to have a chance at. Count moves to 2-2 with that foul ball.
Yeah, he's having a little trouble, it looks like, just keeping that front shoulder closed and just kind of staying through the ball. He's trying to pull it deep into right field and hit that home run again.
And something to keep note of in the bottom of the first inning here, Mustangs do have a pitcher warming up already. So we'll see how long of a leash they give Andres. As the runner takes off here, we get a hit-and-run scenario. Oh, beautifully played there by the Mustangs. Picked up for the double play. Even though we had the runner going, does not matter. Huskies still get the 1 run on the home run from Moreno. We will be right back with you on 97.5 Radio X.
KVSC is looking for new volunteers for our sports department.
He's in the slack. Crookshank scores!
If you love sports and want an opportunity to get closer to your favorite teams, the KVSC Sports Department is the place for you.
Tracking back is net. He'll camp under it. Toop, there it is. Another no-hit.
When you join the KVSC Sports Department, not only will you receive a great addition to your resume, you will also meet the future of the industry and gain on-the-job experience in broadcasting.
Kick out to Willard on the left wing. 3 is up and good.
To contact us, please call 320-308-3066 or contact us at kvsc.org.
Aaron to serve. Gets it over. Ceiling. Starkey. Schmidt. Blocked up front. The Huskies are going dancing.
The KVSC Sports Department. Get in the game.
Hello and welcome back to your 97.5 stream on Radio X as we continue the second half of the doubleheader on Sunday here at US Bank Stadium. The Huskies got out to an early 1-0 lead from a home run off leadoff hitter Liam Moreno, as we will see Drayton Liu step back onto the pitcher's mound, I should say, after a slightly busy first inning, but with no runs scored. Just gave up the 2 walks and struck out the other 3 batters. He will get ready to face Owen Latendresse first from the 6, 7, 8 hitters in the Mustangs lineup. The lefty Latendresse steps into the batter's box, batting .209 with a homer and 4 RBIs on the year so far. Or the righty, I should say. This one lined quickly back up to center field for a quick single here for the Mustangs.
Yeah, good job by Latendresse. It looked like Drayton Liu was just trying to slow it down a little bit and try to get a quick strike across, and Latendresse was ready to first pitch swing at that one.
And something that we have been aware of so far for the Huskies is that first pitch slow and off-speed pitches. So it's something we need to be aware of if the Mustangs are going to pick up on. As Nathan Wheeler steps in, his first game of the day. This one will be outside for ball 1. The righty steps in with no home runs or RBIs on the season, but batting .211 and 5 runs. As he awaits the pitch from Liu, Liu will fire back in for a pickoff attempt at first that will be unsuccessful. Staying safe at first is Latendresse. Moving back to the count, 1-0 here for Liu to Nathan Wheeler. This one again high and outside here, possibly a little bit of a pitch out there, expecting a stolen base for ball 2.
Yeah, I mean, it's good that Liu has that runner in mind, but you would really like to see him just kind of zero in on the batter at the plate here.
Right, especially so early in a game when you have a 1-0 lead. As Liu comes, sets, fires. This one hard cut on by Wheeler, but swung on and missed. Count will move to 2-1. Wheeler, somebody who wanted to hit that far on that play right there. Latendresse takes his short lead off at first. This one fired back in there, but excellently corralled by Navratil, to be quite honest. That was very close to being a wild throw.
That might have hit off of Latendresse and kept it close.
You're right, I believe. Actually, he kind of saved himself there. Or saved us, I should say. As Wheeler gets ready for the next pitch from Liu. And almost running there with Latendresse, but very excellently sniffed out by the Huskies and Liu. We had a pitch out cooked up, keeping the runner there on first in Latendresse. 3 balls, 1 strike is the count here to Nathan Wheeler. Another one high and outside here, so we will get 2 base runners to start the top of the second inning here for the Mustang. Runners on first and second as Caleb Gardo steps into the box.
Catcher Blaine Guthrie going to come out and talk to his pitcher and Drayton Liu and just, discuss what to do here, how to find the zone back, as it's the bottom of the order, 8 and 9 that they really should be, able to handle business here. Gardo coming in with a .217 average, 3 runs scored, 1 RBI on the season so far, has not seen nearly as many RBIs as some of these other guys, or at bats as some of the other guys. Only 23 on the season so far.
Yeah, and so far in the season, Gardo has been more of just a patient hitter in the box with 4 walks on the season. We will see Liu hopefully try to attack the zone a little bit more here with no outs and 2 runners on. And a chance for a double play here as well at first. Wheeler takes a stance and goes for the bunt attempt here. This is going to go back to Liu at pitcher. He's going to fire to first for the easy out.
Good job by Liu there, just staying close. He didn't rush the throw at all. He knew that he had a few steps and that there wasn't really anything going to change if he just took his time with that throw.
Right, and that's one of those scenarios where you don't want to get too aggressive or too fancy by going for the runner at second to try to get another one off base or off of scoring position, but you just take the easy out that they're going to give you and move on.
Now they do have 2 in scoring position, though, with only 1 out in the 9-hole batter in Brock Waitala.
And this is not the first time the Huskies have been in this scenario, as Waitala gets ready for the pitch from Liu. This one's slow off speed, going to be catch the inside corner of the plate for strike 1.
That was a good pitch there, getting ahead 0-1 early.
Getting ahead 0-1 early against the 9-hole hitter will be something very important for the Huskies today. This one fired in for some heat just outside for ball 1.
Yeah, good pitch. Just couldn't find the zone on that.
And something we mentioned in the first half of the doubleheader today as well, not a scenario where you would like to see an intentional walk or a walk, even though you have that first base open as the lineup switches over after here. And that one is going to catch the outside part of the plate again, I guess, as well for ball 2, although that one was much closer. Very clear from Lou here. The attempt is for a ground ball with 1 out and a runner on third. Lou fires, and this one's sent deep back into the gap there. It's going to be caught by Jacobson. Excellent diving play and gets it in quick, only allowing 1 run. Wow. In center field, Jacobson continues to amaze on defense throughout this weekend.
Fantastic job by Jacobson to bring that one on. A great diving catch, on a great effort to get to that ball even. I mean, if he fielded on one hop and got it in with only 1 run scoring, that would be a good play. But getting the out is massive.
Yes, now you have a runner on third and 2 outs. You don't have an opportunity for a sacrifice fly for Levi Lampert here. But a continuing of the Huskies' excellent defense this weekend holds that to just 1 run, evening the game at 1-1 in the top of the second with 2 outs here. As Lou sends that one on the outside corner for the plate for a strike. Starting at the count 0-1 against the leadoff hitter, Lampert. Lampert, someone who drew a walk in his first at-bat. Lampert takes the off-speed pitch outside for ball 1 as Guthrie eyes down third base there as he takes a pretty big lead. Lou comes, sets, gets ready for the pitch. This one fired in for a high pop fly off a bunt here. That not typically the bunt that you're going for the second strike.
Yeah, that one went way up there and just nestled on the net behind the dugout.
Also strange for a bunt with 2 outs and a runner on third. But we will see Lou get ready for the next pitch. 1-2 count. This one fired inside but swung on by Lampert for a foul ball behind home plate. Count will stay at 1-2. Lampert batting .348 on the year with 11 runs and 8 RBIs, so someone to be very fearful of. As this one fired just barely too high and outside for ball 2 in a 2-2 count.
Great 1-2 pitch there to try to get him to swing on it, but just couldn't get him to bite. I mean, it was really close to hitting the top part of the zone.
And that's been the strikeout pitch for the Huskies so far, as we see Nathan Wheeler continue. And we're going to get a warning for a balk here, it looks like, as Nathan Wheeler continues to agitate Lou on the mound with his antics on third base there. Lou comes, sets, fires. This one slightly high. I think we may be seeing Wheeler get to him a little bit from the right-handed pitcher staring down the third base runner.
Yeah, Moreno shifted over with a left-handed batter, not even close to the bag, so they're really just leaving him alone over on third base. And I think that's why he's a little in Lou's head.
This one high and not even close there for ball 4 and a full count. A couple of those pitches high in the zone, Lou has had some trouble locating so far to start this game. They tend to drift a little bit higher than we'd like, as Guthrie just gives a little bit of a word to Lou to get him to compose himself a little bit. And a signal for the next pitch as well. As Hamrick steps into the box. Lou's first strikeout victim of the evening in the first inning in his first at-bat. This one fired in again, too high and outside for ball 1. Two outs here in the top of the second inning here after that first pitch ball. Runners on the corners for the Mustangs as Lou looks to pitch himself out of a little bit of a sticky situation with only 1 run given. Very close this time for Lou, but this one's still going to be just barely outside for a 2-0 count. And something to be aware of here as you're moving with the second man in the order here, you're going to be moving to the heart of the order with bases loaded possibly if we don't control the count. That one's going to go in for a strike, so good comeback here for Lou. Count moves to 2-1.
Yeah, good job there. Just finally finding the zone with a little dart throw. As obviously the umpires shift between games. This umpire having a little tighter of a zone.
This one cut on and fouled back behind home plate for the second strike, evening the count at 2-2. So excellent recovery here by Lou with 2 outs.
Activity in the Husky bullpen as that's Camden Lake out there throwing.
As we see the pitch count increase here for Lou, he comes sets. This one, first base runner taken off, but a hit. This is going to be popped up to center field. Should be under it is Jacobson, and it is caught for the 3rd out. We will take a break and be right back with you here on 97.5 Radio X.
Nolan Walker shoots bar down. Nolan Walker. He's got 2 now on the evening, and the Huskies, just like that, take the lead back.
Looking for your fill of St. Cloud State sports action?
He finds Roberts in the left corner. His 3 is up and good.
Another one.
All your favorite St. Cloud State sports can be found at KVSC, Radio X, and the KVSC Sports Stream.
In the slot momentarily, and the Huskies score.
Hello and welcome back to your 97.5 Radio X stream at US Bank Stadium here as we get ready for the bottom of the second inning here. The second go around for the Huskies getting a chance to bat. 1 run off a deep shot to left and off the leadoff hitter Moreno in the first inning. This time we will see Shea Andres pitch to Blaine Guthrie, Wilmus Castro, and then Eric Bello for the 5-6-7 hitters coming up. So far in the season, Guthrie has been a hot bat with 2 home runs, 6 RBIs, and batting .351 and behind the plate today in the second part of the doubleheader.
.995 OPS for the Husky catcher as he steps up to the plate as well, as he'll be a good option to set the table for this inning with a .429 leadoff average.
This one cut on low, but it might have ticked off his foot after he hit it as well, so you want to make sure he's okay. As the umpire gives a check. Oh, just handing the ball over to the pitcher there.
Yeah, he's walking it out just so he can give Guthrie a little extra time. But Guthrie already ready to swing it again while he's walking back.
Good to see Guthrie okay as we see an aggressive shift here from the Mustangs. This one high and outside, but second baseman for the Mustangs there is essentially lined up over the second base bag. This one fired in and high again for a 2-1 count start for Guthrie. Guthrie looking to get on base to start the inning here with no outs. This one's going to be inside to even the count up at 2-2. And someone on deck in Wilmus Castro has been pretty on fire the last 2 days as well, batting .302 on the season. So looking to start somewhat of a rally here. That one's going to be fired in there for strike 3. Guthrie caught looking and clearly a strike for out number 1.
Yeah, he didn't like the pitch. He tries to argue it, but that's one you just gotta try to foul off a little bit and stay alive. And I'm sure he really knows that, but
right, it's just one of those moments as we see Castro step in and take strike 1 looking. Yeah, that's one of those recognition moments where you know you have 2 strikes and you kind of need to defend off it. This one lined to the shortstop by Castro and easily corralled by Wylota for out number 2.
Yeah, pretty well hit into the 5-hole, but just couldn't squeak through as the shortstop able to get over there. Castro a little frustrated as he walks back.
A little frustrated because I think he got quite a bit of that ball, just kind of unlucky in the placement. As we see Eric Bello step in the box and immediately swing on the first pitch and send that through the third and shortstop for a single. A little 2-out magic here for the Huskies continuing the inning.
Young Kim now next man up with 2 outs, runner on first. He has a .303 average on the season. We haven't seen him a whole lot as he's digging in now for the Huskies, the second baseman.
Someone in the bottom of the lineup that no home runs but 10 RBIs so far in the season, so he's been productive. As the lefty takes the first pitch outside for a ball. Kim, a lefty in the Huskies lineup, batting .312 against right-handers. This one hard lined high down the left field line. The shortstop and left fielder will compete for it as it is hauled in by Lawton Dress in left for out number 3. That will move us on to the top of the third inning here. We will await you on 97.5 Radio X.
KVSC is looking for new volunteers for our sports department.
Knocks a man on the puck. He's in the slot. Crushing scores!
If you love sports and want an opportunity to get closer to your favorite teams, the KVSC Sports Department is the place for you.
Tracking back is net. Whole camp under it. Duke, there it is. Another no-hit.
When you join the KVSC Sports Department, not only will you receive a great addition to your resume, you will also meet the future of the industry and gain on-the-job experience in broadcasting.
Kick out to Willard on the left wing. 3 is up and good.
To contact us, please call 320-308-3066 or contact us at kvsc.org.
Aaron to serve. Gets it over. Ceiling. Starkey. Schmidt. Blocked up front. The Huskies are going dancing.
The KVSC Sports Department. Get in the game.
Hello and welcome back to your 97.5 Radio X stream at US Bank Stadium here as we await to see if the Huskies can get the win in this 4-game doubleheader series at US Bank Stadium for their first home games of the year. Won the first 2 games yesterday, lost 5-0 to start the day today. Continuing on the top of the third is tied 1-1 with Corey Bantam up to bat. Bantam, the 3-hole hitter. We will expect him, Froland, and Jared Cortez in the 3-4-5 today, or in this half inning. Lou comes sets for the first pitch. This one fired in slowly and not timed out well by Bantam for strike 1 on a swing and a miss.
Yeah, big looper there coming in from Lou.
He's been gotten that control down on that first pitch curveball enough times. This one's going to be a fastball sent flying back down the left field line for a foul ball, making the count go to 0-2 quickly here for Lou.
Yeah, Bantam was well behind that fastball, just trying to flip it the other way foul.
And that's been the benefits of mixing pitches here so far. As Lou winds up for the third pitch. This one going to be chopped backwards for another foul here. Count will stay at 0-2 as we get a lot of dramatics from that ball hitting off something over here.
Yeah, it just hit right off the like the little face of where the deck comes down over our heads.
Sounded like we had some thunder for a moment. But Lou gets ready. This one again fouled off to the right here. Count will stay at 0-2. One of those moments from Lou where you might see one of those outside curveballs again, probably pretty far off the plate, as you don't want to extend the pitch count too much with him just fouling every ball off. Lou sets, fires. This one lined back down the line foot. Shift will stop it as shortstop collects it and fires cleanly for out number 1 from Eric Bello there. Excellent defense, but honestly, the shift kind of predetermined where that ball was going to go.
Yeah, I mean, the Huskies have had a great defensive shift this series. Something that we've both noticed is that they're really willing to shift lefty-righty, and obviously it's worked out very well for them.
This time, Tyler Froland steps into the box, and I will never get tired saying watch the first pitch because he has been dangerous. This one fired, cut on and missed here in the dirt from Froland for strike 1.
Yeah, he thought he had it there, and then what he thought was a changeup just drops off the table, ends up in the dirt.
Well, we've seen the Huskies kind of use the scouting board against him a little bit, knowing that he's hit those 3 home runs on the first pitch and not giving him anything to look at right away. As this one's fired a little bit outside for Froland to even the count at 1-1.
Good move there after getting him to bite way below the zone. Might as well see if you reach above it.
Yeah, keep his eyes moving north-south and never keep him comfortable here, as this one's going to be popped up to the first baseman, even drill here. He will corral it in for out number 2. That was high up there, so applause to the first baseman there, being able to track that.
Yeah, good job by Navarhill, just staying true, especially with the US Bank Stadium being kind of a white roof and like kind of grayish.
It does. We're kind of peeked over a canopy here, so we can't see the top, but I do forget there is almost a sun effect with that. Jared Cortez, the righty, steps into the batter's box here, taking ball 1 in the dirt. Cortez 0 of 1 with the strikeouts so far on the day, and his average finally with that moved below 400 for the first time on the season, batting .395 now. That ball is going to be slightly outside to move the count to 2-0. Cortez, someone who we didn't even realize would in the intermission realize true freshman with a bunch of awards stepping in, as this one also outside to move the count to 3-0. But just seems like an all-around athlete batting in the 5-hole here. And someone like that you usually still see get the green light on 3-0 counts like this with 2 outs. Cortez taking all the way for a fastball right down the middle of the plate, moving the count to 3-1.
Cortez, a guy who moves his front foot a lot when he comes set. It's not like a big leg kick; he just slides it forward, but it moves quite a considerable amount when you really look at it.
Lou fires the next pitch in there for strike 2. Nice recovery here from Lou against the excellent Cortez, filling the count, I should say, at 3-2. 2 outs here in the top of your 3rd inning here. Still a tie score at US Bank Stadium as Lou comes, sets, fires. This one off speed, fooling Cortez here for a strikeout in the dirt. Excellent finish there from Lou. Continuing great outing so far. As we move on to the bottom of the 3rd, we will join you right back here in just a moment on 97.5 Radio X.
Nolan Walker shoots Bard down. Nolan Walker. He's got 2 now on the evening, and the Huskies, just like that, take the lead back.
Looking for your fill of St. Cloud State sports action?
He finds Roberts in the left corner. His 3 is up and good.
Another one.
All your favorite St. Cloud State sports can be found at KVSC, Radio X, and the KVSC Sports Stream.
In the slot momentarily, and the Huskies score!
Hello and welcome back to US Bank Stadium here as we continue the last leg of the weekend double headers at US Bank Stadium. Score continues to be knotted at 1-1 as we move to the bottom of the 3rd here. Shea Andres still on the mound with only 3 hits given up with the 1 earned in the 2 innings pitched. He will face the 9-1-2 hitters in the Huskies lineup, starting out with Braden Jacobson, who's had an excellent year so far, batting .327 with 12 runs.
Yeah, Braden Jacobson, definitely not the what you would assume the last hitter to be. They definitely use him as more of the second leadoff guy. .462 on-base percentage, .890 OPS for him. To a really, really good job from him. Also hitting .600 while leading off an inning.
And that's exactly the best case scenario for a 9-hole hitter for you. That one's going to be hard lined past the 3rd baseline for foul number 1, starting the count at 0-1. Jacobson, someone who we've seen shine defensively so far this weekend with his speed, trying to get a chance to show his bat as well. That ball a little bit outside to the right for Jacobson, evening the count at 1-1. Jacobs takes his wide stance in the batter's box, cuts, sends this one right, foul, will not be corralled by the first baseman. As we see Andres take the mound and come set, getting ready to throw the 0-2 pitch to Jacobson, or 1-2 pitch, excuse me, making that 2-2 now after a ball high and outside. Quickly firing here is Andres and sent back to center field here. Jacobson will make his counterpart on the other team make a catch for out number 1.
And he hit it well. It just, I mean, the ball just died out there. I mean, it just did not have that much power on it or enough to maybe even a little topspin, just the way that fell off the table going out into center field.
Right. No, it did. It had a good pop off the bat, just Hamrick easily able to get under it. This time Moreno steps back into the box after lighting up the first home run of the day for him, making the score 1-0 at the time. This one again lined deep to left, a little bit easier to corral this time. Will get under it as Lawton Dress for the second out of the bottom of the 3rd inning.
Yeah, that was just unfortunate there. Moreno under it, not able to make as good a contact as he did last time, obviously.
I think that's one of those ones where you're still feeling yourself from the home run earlier, and you're giving yourself a little bit of leeway on swinging outside the zone. As we see Conkle step into the batter's box, 1 for 1 so far on the day. He takes a cut on the third base line that will go foul for strike one.
He looked weirdly late on that ball that he pulled there, and it almost just rode down the line and worked out well for him, but could not quite get straight that out.
This one cut on and not quite found there by Conkle, as will go for strike 2 swinging. Conkle looks to work his way back from the 0-2 count, and this one swung on just over the second baseman's head for a single into center field. Man, he was an inch away from snow coning that ball at second.
I don't know if you saw it, but right before he threw that pitch, the second baseman sprinted over to directly that spot, and he did not move, and it went right over his head. That was very close to being a perfect shift.
Oh, my gosh. Yeah, one of those moments that if he shifts a second sooner, maybe he has a second to gather himself to catch that. But the Huskies will take it for another hit as we see Wyatt Tweet cut on the first pitch for a swing and a miss, making the count 0-1. But that makes 2 outs and a runner on first here for the Huskies in the bottom of your third inning. This one going to be sent down to shortstop for Wailoda to corral. He is going to make the easy out at second for the force, making it 3 outs and moving us to the top of the 4th inning. As we await them to take the field, we will take a quick break here with you on 97.5 Radio X.
KVSC is looking for new volunteers for our sports department.
Knocks a man on the puck. He's in the slot. Crushing scores!
If you love sports and want an opportunity to get closer to your favorite teams, the KVSC Sports Department is the place for you.
Tracking back is net. He'll camp under it. Toop, there it is. Another no-hit.
When you join the KVSC Sports Department, not only will you receive a great addition to your resume, you will also meet the future of the industry and gain on-the-job experience in broadcasting.
Kick out to Willard on the left wing. 3 is up and good.
To contact us, please call 320-308-3066 or contact us at kvsc.org.
Aaron to serve. Gets it over. Ceiling. Starkey. Schmidt. Blocked up front. The Huskies are going dancing.
The KVSC Sports Department. Get in the game.
Hello and welcome back to your 97.5 Radio X stream of the Huskies Mustangs last leg of this doubleheader here as we see the score still tied 1-1 at the top of the 4th inning. Drayton Liu will again take the mound after a pretty strong start, only giving up 1 run in the 2nd inning, otherwise 1 hit, only 4 walks, 4 strikeouts, as Owen Latundress will step into the batter's box for the righty-on-righty matchup. This ball is going to bounce before home plate for ball 1. Drayton Liu trying to start off the pitches, or at bats, with off-speed pitches. This time Liu fires in for a quick heater of a strike for evening the count at 1-1.
Yeah, it looked like that first pitch was a changeup that, when you're throwing a changeup, you try to get as much of your hand on the ball as possible, and sometimes that just leads you to holding on to the ball for a little longer than you want to, and you just kind of spiked that one.
This one's going to be sent down the right field line. Going to stay fair here for Latundress. Going to drop as well. He's going to push for 2. Castro's going to fire it in and not get it there in time, and we see a leadoff double here for Owen Latundress.
I mean, Castro played it perfectly, but Latundress just good speed and bloops it into right field for a double. That's exactly what the Mustangs needed here.
That's exactly right, Joey. With a 1-1 score, now you have the go-ahead run on second in scoring position with no outs. And moving up to the batter's box is Nathan Wheeler here, who started off his day with a walk. Wheeler, the righty, going against the right-handed Liu so far in the season, batting .211 against righties is Wheeler. As he awaits the pitch, this one is going to go for ball 1 here to start the at-bat. The runner on second is Lawton Dress as he takes his lead. Lou awaits the call here from the catcher Guthrie. Comes, sets, fires. This one slightly off speed, but going to stay inside here for strike one. Count moves to 1-1. Wheeler taking his wide righty stance in the box as Lou makes sure Lawton Dress on second doesn't stray too far. Curveball that couldn't quite get back to the top of the zone there will go for ball two.
Yeah, good pitch, just barely misses. And it's a good idea there. On 1-1, he's really not expecting it. The curveball that just kind of stays up top and barely drops back in.
As Lou gives a head nod, he's going to check on second this time for a pickoff attempt that will not be successful. As Lawton Dress is making sure he sees and hears him out there with all his moving and shuffling. Lou comes, sets. This one fired and cut hard on by Nathan Wheeler, but a swing and a miss for strike number two.
Yeah, that was a good pitch there from Lou, just dialing it right back up and just trusting his arm to throw that one in there.
As Lou gives second base a look again, he fires in. This one's going to be fouled off behind home plate to the right, actually, for strike number two staying. Count is going to be 2-2 here for Nathan Wheeler with none out in the top of the fourth inning. Drayton Lou comes, sets. This one fired in, again fouled off to the right by Wheeler. Count will stick at 2-2.
Another foul ball in pretty much the same spot.
We've seen quite a few of those so far from Lou. He does have 4 strikeouts, but it's proof that he's just trying to paint the corner of the zones here. As Lou fires the 2-2 pitch for a strikeout. This one dropped, but tagged immediately by Guthrie, so no worry at all for out number one.
Curveball in the dirt there. Starts low, gets even lower. A great looper from Lou.
That moves it to 1 out here with still the runner in scoring position at second for the Mustangs. Caleb Gardo will step into the batter's box. So far in the season, only 1 RBI and batting .217 on the season. Let's see if he adds to his total. This pitch fired in and sent back deep to center field here. Jacobson trying to get under it. He will corral it. An attempt from a tag here from Lawton Dress, second to third, is going to be successful as well. So, corralling in center field is Jacobson for the second out of the fourth inning here. We will see a runner move to third for the 1 runner.
Yeah, good job by Bridson out there in center field, just getting that one in as Braden gets it back very quickly for the Huskies.
Now we will see the 9-hole hitter Brock Waitola step into the batter's box, and Guthrie will take a moment to talk with his pitcher here as the scorer is 90 feet away.
Yeah, Waitola, the 9-hole batter here, discussing what they want to do. He hit a sac fly in his last at-bat, or plate appearance, I should say.
Waitola, who has had a couple opportunities so far in both these games as the 9-hole hitter, trying to get a runner through. This time, Lawton Dress will take his lead off third. This pitch fired in and cut, but fouled off behind home plate by Waitola for strike 1. Waitola takes his step back into the box in the 0-1 count. Lou comes, sets. This one's going to be high and sent back again to Jacobson, who will get under it for the third out of the top of the fourth here. So Huskies get out of danger, Mustangs leaving 1 on third here. We will move to the bottom of the fourth and be right back with you on 97.5 Radio X.
Nolan Walker shoots, barred down, Nolan Walker. He's got 2 now on the evening, and the Huskies, just like that, take the lead back.
Looking for your fill of St. Cloud State sports action?
He finds Roberts in the left corner. His 3 is up and good.
Another one.
All your favorite St. Cloud State sports can be found at KVSC, Radio X, and the KVSC Sports Stream.
In the slot momentarily, and the Huskies score!
Hello and welcome back to US Bank Stadium here as we join you for the bottom of the fourth inning as the Huskies get ready and prepared to take the batter's box. Score still tied at 1-1 as we've seen both pitchers excellent so far and none shaking. Shea Andres so far in the game, 4 hits but still only the 1 earned run and 1 strikeout. So significantly moving his ERA down, which started the day at 8.68 and has already moved to 7.30. He will have to go against the heart of the lineup for the Huskies, although it's going to start with Ethan Navratil, move on to Blaine Guthrie, and finish with Wilmus Castro for the 4-5-6. Navratil so far in the day 0 of 1 with a pop-out. One of the Huskies' more dangerous hitters, though. Typically, you don't want to see the 3-hole hitter leading off, although he has been decently successful at it this year, so far batting .300 when leading off, as he takes a cut on the first pitch for a miss and strike 1.
Yeah, Andrews starts him off with a way outside and low changeup that just has him swinging through it.
He waits the second pitch that he's going to foul off his own thigh there. He says, "It's nothing, I didn't feel it."
Yeah, he's very nonchalant about it. Looks like he didn't get hit at all.
He'll step back into the batter's box, this time with an 0-2 count, so with a defensive mindset against Shea Andres, as he seeks his second strikeout of the bout. And that's going to be a swing and a miss on a ball in the dirt from Navratil, corralled and thrown out at first.
Yeah, that's an at-bat to move on from for Navratil there, as just not able to get that done.
As we see 1 out start right away for the Huskies, Blaine Guthrie will step into the batter's box. So far 0 of 1 with the first strikeout for Andres on the day. On the season, although, still very hot, batting .342 with 2 home runs on the year. This one's going to be hard line to third. It's going to get through for a single. Excellent hitting there from Guthrie, seeing a pitch he liked right away and not waiting. That will move with 1 out, a runner on first here for the Huskies, and a chance to go ahead. And we do see the bullpen get a little active for the Huskies here. I can't quite find out who it is, but
yeah, I'm trying to figure that out too.
We will see Wilmus Castro step into the box. He's going to take a hard cut on the first pitch, send this deep into the gap. Back, gone! Gone, yes, gone, that's gone. Center fielder tried to fool me for a moment, but that's a 2-run home run for Wilmus Castro, extending the lead 3-1 here.
Big shot for the big man out there. He sends it flying. A high, towering shot for Castro.
One of the deepest parts of the field back there as well.
Sends it over the 370 sign, and he is hyped up, giving his teammates those high fives as he walks back to the dugout. They come out and meet him. Huskies have a 3-1 lead.
And you remember the first at bat, he got frustrated because he thought he could have got a hold of a pitch, and he just chopped it for an out. And that one he did not miss. That next up at bat is Eric Bello, and he's going to take ball 1 inside. Let's see how he can respond with the rejuvenation from Castro there. He's going to line 1 to third, corralled and thrown out. Nathan Wheeler with the clean play. That extends it to 2 outs here in the bottom of the fourth inning after the Wilmus Castro shot. Castro doing his best big brother impression of Willie Castro there. As we see Taeyoung Kim step into the batter's box, the lefty will face the right-handed Andres and take strike 1 slightly on the outside corner.
I don't know the last time I saw Willie Castro hit a home run to center field, man.
That is true. You know, he has his moments.
That's true. I love Willie Castro.
He's the best. Tae-Young Kim takes the second. He's going to send one deep, not as far as Castro. Center fielder Henrik is going to get under it for out number 3. So Huskies break open the game, get the 2 go-ahead runs, extend the lead 3-1 here. As we move to the top of the 5th inning, we will join you in just a moment on 97.5 Radio X.
KVSC is looking for new volunteers for our sports department.
Knocks a man on the puck. He's in the slot. Crookshank scores!
If you love sports and want an opportunity to get closer to your favorite teams, the KVSC Sports Department is the place for you.
Tracking back is net. He'll camp under it. Toop, there it is. Another no-hit.
When you join the KVSC Sports Department, not only will you receive a great addition to your resume, you will also meet the future of the industry and gain on-the-job experience in broadcasting.
Kick out to Willard on the left wing. 3 is up and good.
To contact us, please call 320-308-3066 or contact us at kvsc.org.
Aaron to serve. Gets it over. Ceiling. Starkey. Schmidt. Blocked up front. The Huskies are going dancing.
The KVSC Sports Department. Get in the game.
Hello and welcome back to US Bank Stadium here as we finish off an exciting end to the bottom of the 4th inning there from the moonshot from Castro. We see the Huskies keep their 3-1 lead here, as well as I know we mentioned we had a pitcher warming up in the bullpen for the Huskies. It was Camden Like. We will still see Drayton Liu, step onto the mound. So we'll see how long of a leash they still give him. Liu, so far in the day, still only 2 hits with the 1 earned and 5 strikeouts, so it's not like there's a reason to necessarily take him out yet. Although it is his first career start, as he starts with ball 1 to Levi Lampert.
Yeah, and like I said earlier, we don't have the pitch count available for these guys, so I'm not sure if it is getting up there for him.
That one's going to be fired in for a strike to Lampert, so count evens up at 1-1. Lampert, so far in the day, no register at bats, even though he has 2 appearances with the 2 walks. Liu is going to fire this one in hot, but sent back foul by Lampert, moving the count to 1-2. As Lampert awaits the pitch from Liu, fires. This one's going to be slightly outside, moving the count to even at 2-2.
Yeah, Liu definitely looking a little tired out there. Wouldn't be surprised if this is his last inning in the 9 runs, or the 9 innings.
Right. Might be a scenario where if he allows a base runner, you might see him get pulled. As Lampert awaits the 2-2 pitch. This one's going to be slightly high, moving it to 3-2. And at this point, if you're someone like Liu, you know there's a good chance you get taken out. Might as well give him something to hit here. And he does. This one's going to be fouled off back behind the left field line, keeping the count keeping the count full at 3-2.
Also will be his 3rd time through the order now.
Typically when you see someone start to get pulled, Liu is going to send an off-speed pitch that just catches the outside corner of the plate, and that looks like it will be ball 1, or walk. Another walk for Levi Lampert, his 3rd of the day, 5th for Liu.
Yeah, Levi Lampert doesn't have an at-bat this game yet.
No. Staying patient at the plate, and that's honestly the ideal scenario for a leadoff hitter like that. You want them getting on base more than anything. As we see Hamrick step into the batter's box so far, 0 of 2 on the day as he takes strike 1. Hamrick, someone who on the year is one of the better power hitters for the Mustangs, hitting 4 home runs, leading the team with Froland. As his right-hander awaits, Liu will check on the runner at first and Lampert unsuccessfully, but keeping him in check.
That was definitely not Liu's best pickoff move. He seemed a little lackadaisical, maybe trying to lull the runner into a little false sense of security.
Lampert, someone who's consistently been a problem as we get a 2nd consecutive check on first here.
That's what I mean by that. He had a little extra in his arm there, just flipping it back.
Right. As Liu gets ready for the 0-1 pitch to Hamrick. This one's going to be cut on hard but missed, moving it to 0-2. So exactly you want to see a quick inning here after getting 2 runs quickly for the Huskies. 0-2 is a good start for the second batter. Hamrick winds up, does not like what he sees on that one, and takes it for ball number 1. Hamrick, someone who plays pretty far back and close to the plate in the batter's box. And we get another check on Lampert here on first from Lou. He is not letting him get any breathing room over there.
Yeah, he really wants to keep him honest. As
something that you hope doesn't distract him too much with the 2 strikes. This one's going to be in the zone, but cut on and fouled by Hamrick.
Lampert 2 for 2 on stolen base attempts this year. Or 3 for 3, excuse me.
3 for, yeah, leading the team in it as well. No one else has more than 1. As Hamrick gets ready for the 1-2 pitch. This one's going to be an off-speed pitch high and sent to center field. And, just barely missed by Jacobson. This is going to land for a double, it looks like. That would have been a difficult catch, something we've seen Jacobson do a couple different times this weekend, but I guess we'll give him a mulligan on that one.
Yeah, that ball kind of died weirdly, and it just dropped down at the end, and Jacobson had a long way to come in for that one.
Yeah, that would have been a difficult play. It's not one that you'd grade an error for or anything like that, but would have been nice.
Now tying run on second base here in the top of the 5th with no outs. Huskies going to take a mound visit.
And this is a scenario where we were just mentioning we might see Lou get pulled here.
And, yep, they are going to motion to the bullpen.
Yep. And with that, we will see Camden Lake take the mound and get a couple warm-up throws in. With that, we'll give him a moment to do that. We will be right back here with you on 97.5 Radio X.
KVSC is looking for new volunteers for our sports department.
Knocks a man on the puck. He's in the slot. Crookshank scores!
If you love sports and want an opportunity to get closer to your favorite teams, the KVSC Sports Department is the place for you.
Tracking back is net. He'll camp under it. Toop, there it is. Another no-hit.
When you join the KVSC Sports Department, not only will you receive a great addition to your resume, you will also meet the future of the industry and gain on-the-job experience in broadcasting.
Kick out to Willard on the left wing. 3 is up and good.
To contact us, please call 320-308-3066 or contact us at kvsc.org.
Aaron to serve. Gets it over. Ceiling. Starkey.
Hello and welcome back to U.S. Bank Stadium here as we need a correction. It was Camden-like warming up in the bullpen, but we will see a matchup preference here by the Huskies, and we will bring out the left-handed Price to go against the left-handed Corey Bantam. A.J. Price pitched yesterday as well, but so far in the season, 8 1/3 innings pitched with a 6.48 ERA. And going against Bantam, somebody who bats from the left side of the box as well, and actually, if you look at his stats, is significantly better, I'm sure in a very small sample size, against left-handed hitters. So far in the year, batting .282, but .556 against lefties.
Yeah, I mean that is quite a differential between righties and lefties for a left-handed hitter. But we saw this yesterday. They brought in A.J. Price for a single batter, then pulled him out, and they're doing the same thing again, presumably today, with Like still standing in the bullpen, just tossing around with the catcher getting loose.
Right, Like is still going to stay warm in there. I'm like Joey said, I'm sure this will be a Price's only batter faced, but we will see. As the runners are on second and third with no outs here, I should say the tying runs are on second and third with no outs here. The first pitch is going to go in for a strike on the outside corner, starting out 0-1 for Price.
Good start off for him. And I mean, I'm not sure what it's like being the guy who comes in and knowing you're only going to face one guy. I'm not sure if that's easier or if that's tougher.
Yeah, you imagine you have to have a specific kind of mindset, as this one's hard cut on for strike number 2. Excellent pitch high in the zone there from Price, where Corey Bantam was expecting a heater. As we see Bantam get ready for the 0-2 pitch from Price. Price comes, sets, fires, and an awkward swing from Bantam on the strikeout there. collecting the first out.
And I think that one was so good, they're just going to leave him in to face Tyler Froland.
At that point, you kind of got to give him the opportunity. That he had Bantam guessing where he was throwing.
Froland himself only hitting a 167 mark against left-handed pitchers.
And they're going to intentionally walk him.
Yeah, that makes sense.
With only one out and first base open, that does make the perfect amount of sense. It's something we talked about earlier and possibly doing earlier, but when it was a 9-hole. But when you have someone like Tyler Froland who's already hit 2 3-run home runs against you, you have a 2-run lead. Let's just give him his first base.
Price will stay in, though, and face Jared Cortez.
Slight bit of a surprise for that one, as Cortez has been on fire, and especially against lefties, batting .600 against them as the right-hander steps in. This one almost cut on, but did not. Oh, no, they're going to say did not go. He's going to check with the first base umpire, but they're going to start 1-0 with ball 1. Bases loaded here, 1 out in the top of your 5th inning. Huskies clinging on to the 2-run lead with A.J. Price getting ready to fire in the 1-0 pitch. He comes, sets, fires. This one cut on, fouled off behind home plate by Cortez, evening the count at 1-1. Cortez also somebody with runners in scoring position, batting .467 on the year as well. So he is no stranger to clutch moments. Cortez takes his stance and watches a ball float outside for ball 2, moving into 2-1. Cortez has a slightly awkward stance in the batter's box as well, but it works for him. It's very confined and short, but like Joey said earlier, he takes a big step out.
Yeah, and sometimes when you're taking a big step forward like that, you can kind of tie him up and in on the hands.
Right. As we see, I think A.J. Price has attempted to do, but it's a little bit more difficult when you're throwing lefty to righty. You can if you miss that ball at all, you're going to have a one right down the middle for him.
Yeah, it's very easy, like as you just said, to just leak out over the plate and just have it basically coming right into that bat path.
But that moves the count to even at 2-2 as Price pitches for the double play here. This one cut on and missed. Excellent pitch by Price. Coming out in, showing composure right away, getting the second out.
That's Cortez's 3rd strikeout of the game. He's been a hot bat all year, but today has not been his day, at least in this game.
Huskies have slightly had his number throughout this 2-day series as well from the true freshman. Now we will see Owen Latondres step into the box, who is from the opposite end of Cortez. Didn't start the year too great, but 2 for 2 so far on the day, moving his batting average up to .244.
Oh, man. They just balked.
Yeah, and that we had a warning earlier. So Price just balked. There'll be a run scored. Runner from first to second, runner from second to third. Latondres will stay in the batter's box.
Looked like just a mechanical error for A.J. Price there, as his legs were going a lot faster than his arms were. I don't even think he had broken his hands when he had landed with his front foot on the ground, and now coach going to come out, probably going to be a pitching change after that one.
Yeah, that's one of those ones that you're kind of be in your head for a moment just by yourself, and he's going to give the call to Like in the bullpen. That will be it for Price. Still not a bad outing from Price, even though that balk brought in a run, bringing them closer, now 3-2 for the Huskies. Still 2 very good strikeouts from Price there for the 2 outs.
Yeah, just a unfortunate mental error for A.J. Price there. I'm sure the coach just told him shake it off and forget about it next game.
Correct. And, I mean, when you have someone like Latondres in the batter's box who's already had a really good day so far and batting .429 against lefties, even if you believe he could recover from that mental error, why not just kind of take him out and get the better matchup? But in the meantime, we will give Camden Like a moment to warm up and be right back with you here on 97.5 Radio X.
Okay, the KVSC Sports Stream is broadcasting all your Husky athletics. Okay, that's volleyball.
Receives the serve. Torvey, left pin swing!
Basketball.
She pulled up from the logo, looking like Steph Curry.
Baseball.
Toop, there it is. Another no-hitter.
And softball.
This one has a chance to get out on the warning track. Gone!
Okay, so go to kvsc.org. Okay, click sports, and then click KVSC Sports Stream. Okay, we'll see you there.
Hello and welcome back to U.S. Bank Stadium here as we join you in the top of the 5th inning here. Still 2 outs, a runner on second and third for the Mustangs, and Owen Latendresse still in the batter's box. He will face a new pitcher as we see Camden Like step into the mound. So far in the season, 13 innings pitched, 7.62 ERA, 8 strikeouts, and 12 hits. So not exactly what you'd like to see, but just needs 1 out in this scenario here from Latendresse. And so far, looking to keep the 1-run lead for the Huskies. Been very narrow so far, back and forth game, just opened up by that Castro home run. Latendresse will step into the batter's box with a clean count. Again, driving in that 1 run was A.J. Price's balk. We have Like get ready from the right in the right-handed stance to the right-handed Latendresse. He's going to take a cut on the first pitch and foul it behind home plate to start 0-1.
Yeah, good first pitch from Like, setting the tone early with a solid ball on the inside.
Latendresse, someone on the year, is with runners on base is batting .091. So possibly a scenario to get out of a sticky situation for the Huskies. This one fired in and again fouled off behind home plate for strike 2, making it 0-2 for Like right away.
Yeah, good job by Like getting out in front.
Very important when you come into a scenario like this where you have 2 runners on scoring position. One is the go-ahead run. Getting ahead in a count like that creates a lot of opportunities for you. Let's see where he decides to throw. As he awaits and shakes off a pitch from catcher Guthrie. Finally comes sets. Winds up, fires. This one slightly high. Went for that high fastball that we've seen a couple different people on both sides strike out today. As Like gets set from the stretch, he awaits the call from Guthrie. He'll come set, fire. This one's going to hit before home plate for ball 2. So, good start to the count for Like with the 0-2 start, but 2 balls that were not even really close for the last 2 pitches. Let's see if he can get closer to the zone here. As he comes sets. This one fired in, cut on in the zone by Latendresse, but again fouled off behind home plate, so the count will stay at 2-2.
Yeah, good pitching from Like early here, just trying to find something that'll work against Latendresse. He's doing a good job just flipping everything foul.
Well, and having awareness, too, that something I didn't even realize right away is, I mean, you have first base open with the 2 outs. As this one gets fired in and sent back to center field to Jacobson, he'll go back, and catch it for the 3rd out of the top of the 5th inning here as Like pitches out of a sticky situation, keeping the lead at 1 for the Huskies. We will be right back with you here in just a moment on 97.5 Radio X.
Okay, the KVSC Sports Stream is broadcasting all your Husky athletics. Okay, that's volleyball.
Receives the serve. Torvey, left pin swing!
Basketball.
She pulled up from the logo, looking like Steph Curry.
Baseball.
Toop, there it is. Another no-hitter.
And softball.
This one has a chance to get out on the warning track. Gone!
Okay, so go to kvsc.org. Okay, click sports, and then click KVSC Sports Stream. Okay, we'll see you there.
Hello and welcome back to U.S. Bank Stadium here as we join you for the second half of the last game of the 2-day doubleheader between the Huskies and Mustangs here. So far, continuing the lead 3-2 is the Huskies. We will see Shea Andres still on the mound for the Mustangs so far on the day. 5 innings pitched with 6 hits, 3 earned, and 2 strikeouts. So not a bad day from Andres whatsoever. Just really got caught on the bad pitch to Castro and then Moreno in the first inning. besides those 2 home runs, no other way the runs have been driven in.
Yeah, I mean, he's done pretty solid out there, obviously the 2 home runs, but there has been some solid contact made by the Huskies that has been ended up getting caught, and some that they've just left runners on. They have 6 hits. Southwest only has 3 on the board, which is a pretty stark differential between the 2 teams.
As we see the 9-hole hitter Braden Jacobson step into the box and take ball 1 low and in the dirt. Andres will face the 9-1-2 hitters here. And this one cut on, sent to shortstop and corralled easily and thrown out by Wylota. Someone in Wylota who we saw make a couple errors in the first part of yesterday's games has cleaned up aggressively since.
Good job by Corey Bantam, the first baseman of the Mustangs, to really outstretch and what would have been a very close bang-bang play with Braden Jacobson's speed. He had to fully outstretch to, let the ball hit his glove as soon as possible.
Correct. No, that was an excellent awareness, recognizing that Jacobson, the speedster, almost beat him out. This one cut on by Moreno and sent down the third baseline. It's going to go past. This one's going to go leak into left field, go down the line. Moreno's going to stretch for 2. He is going to get there easily for a first pitch double.
Great swinging from Moreno, just stay in the hands on top of that inside fastball. Not trying to do too much with it. He just rockets it right by the third baseman. And he's able to pull into second with a 1-out double, no problem asked.
Moreno, someone who's now extended his hit total to 2 today with that home run in the first inning as well. Conkle will step into the box with the runner on scoring position and take ball 1 inside. Conkle so far in the day, also 2 for 2, had a really hot weekend so far, moving his average up to 333 so far in the year, with 10 RBIs already, looking to add another. This one also going to be inside, starting the count at 2-0 here for Conkle. Let's see if he continues to see a good pitch, see if he has a green light. This time Conkle takes his wide stance and awaits the pitch from Andres, and he's going to send this one foul down the third baseline for strike 1. Conkle count now moves to 2-1 as Andreas awaits the pitch call from the catcher. This time it's going to be fired in and low again, moving the count to 3-1 here for Conkle. Exactly the kind of response to a 1-run gained last half inning by the Mustangs. The Huskies making a runner in scoring position and a 3-1 count right away. This time it's going to be a cut, send into shallow left field. Going to be right in between, and it's going to drop. That's going to be a hit, just barely corralled, and we're going to hold Moreno at third here for runners at second and third.
Yeah, the ball just drops down in great speed to get down there from Conkle to get onto second base.
And Moreno would have scored, but he had to hold up halfway between second and third, making sure Lawton Dress didn't haul it in there and left. So that moves it to 1 out and runners on second and third, and we'll see.
Huskies taking a timeout here.
Maybe discussing a little bit of strategy here?
Yeah, I'm not sure if they would have Wyatt Tweet relay down the bunt, but 1 out, runners in scoring position. You never know. And calling the meeting at least makes it seem like you're thinking about it.
Yeah, you make it seem like, in a 1-run game, a single run would help immensely, even if Wyatt Tweet lays down a bunt and gets called out at first. With a runner on second and third, though, you usually see that squeeze play with bases loaded, and giving the defense a little bit more decisions to make. And it will require a lot of faith in Wyatt Tweet and his bunting ability as well.
So the break the meeting did look like he told Liam Moreno, the man on third, something.
He's still communicating with him with Moreno, on third. As now the Mustangs will take a moment to meet, and he said, "You want to meet? Watch us meet. We'll talk about the same stuff." As a little bit of competition here. You wonder, and we're going to see a pitching change here from the Mustangs too. They wanted to wait until after their meeting from the Huskies to then mix it up a little bit. As we see Shea Andres step off after pitching and giving up 3 earned, leaving 2 he's responsible for on second and third here in the bottom of the 5th inning. Gave up 8 hits, 3 earned so far, and 2 strikeouts. We'll give the new pitcher for the Mustangs here a moment to warm up, and we'll be right back with you here on 97.5 Radio X.
KVSC is looking for new volunteers for our sports department.
Knocks a man on the puck. He's in the slot. Crushing scores!
If you love sports and want an opportunity to get closer to your favorite teams, the KVSC Sports Department is the place for you.
Tracking back is net, whole camp under it. Toop, there it is, another no-hit.
When you join the KVSC Sports Department, not only will you receive a great addition to your resume, you will also meet the future of the industry and gain on-the-job experience in broadcasting.
Kick out to Willard on the left wing. 3 is up and good.
To contact us, please call 320-308-3066 or contact us at kvsc.org.
Aaron to serve. Gets it over. Ceiling. Starkey. Schmidt. Blocked up front. The Huskies are going dancing.
The KVSC Sports Department. Get in the game.
Hello and welcome back to US Bank Stadium here as we join you in the bottom of the 5th inning. Still runners in scoring position here on second and third for the Huskies as we await Wyatt Tweet stepping into the batter's box. The new pitcher for the Mustangs is going to be Gerard Cyrus here. So far in the season, no earned runs in 8 innings pitched with 3 appearances and a 1-0 record. We'll see the righty go against the lefty, Wyatt Tweet. So far in the season against righties, batting .341 as he takes ball 1 outside.
Obviously, the Huskies had the meeting before the response meeting and pitching change from the Mustangs.
Right, and we do see the infield playing very aggressively in for the Mustangs, so in slight response to that. This one's going to be cut on, sent back up to center field. That's going to get through. That's going to score 2 runs for Tweet here. He's going to get a single and 2 RBIs. Very quickly, excellent response there by Wyatt Tweet, driving in 2, making it 5-2 in the bottom of the 5th.
Great job by Tweet with the infield in, just sending it up the middle hard and just letting it roll through. Now Huskies up 5-2.
And it was almost like the Huskies had a meeting, made their adjustments, and then the pitching change happened, and then it was almost just nulled. It was just, we're going to go back to doing things as we normally would, and it was almost pointless at the end. But a ball 1 to Navratil here, as he steps in the box against the Gerard Cyrus righty. Cyrus winds up, throws. This one's going to be fouled off and sent towards the right of the first baseline for strike 1. Navratil so far in the day 0 of 2 with a strikeout, seeing if he can bounce back a little bit, although he has been one of the best Husky hitters. Navratil awaits the pitch. That's going to go high for ball 2, moving it to 2-1. Still only 1 out in the inning with a runner on first for the Huskies.
Yeah, Navratil not had his best game so far today.
That one's going to go slightly outside, moving it to 3-1. And with someone like Navratil, you typically don't like giving someone the green light on the 3-1, even though he's had a bad day. I think he would still have it, considering he's one of the best hitters, as he watches that one go for strike 2, making the count full.
I think that pitch answers your question. I think he was taken all the way there, whether that was a coaching sign or he decided to.
As we await the full count pitch here, the runners get going there with Tweet. This one's going to be fouled off behind home plate, and the count will stay full.
Obviously, full count, 2 outs, you're sending your runner. Full count, 1 out, Huskies decide to send him this time. We'll see if they do it again next pitch.
Yeah, very interesting to see if he can continue to go. Tweet so far in the season with 2 stolen bases as well. He's going to go again. This one fouled off again. Seems like he's committed to going.
Yeah, which also might make the third one not going work even better. You never know.
That is true. Well, and especially someone like you used your quick burst acceleration like that so many times in a row. You don't want to just tire yourself out running for useless foul balls. This one he's not going to go here, and this one's going to be sent deep into center field. Hamrick will get under it, take off his hat to make the catch, and he will corral it for out number 2.
Holding his hat in his bare hand while he put his glove up there.
I think he gets some style points for that, right?
Maybe
you get
a little
extra,
bit.
Right?
I think you're supposed to just knock it off, but he decides to just hold on to it.
Well, you don't want to have to go get it afterwards. You know how long of a walk that is?
That's fair.
Yeah, now it's just right on your hip. I think he's done that a couple times as well, so maybe it's just something that helps him corral balls in out there. As we see Blaine Guthrie step in the batter's box. he will take ball 1 in the dirt here. So far in the day, 1 for 2 for Guthrie, 1 strikeout with his 1 runner on first and 2 outs. As Cyrus gets set on the mound, winds up this one fired and fouled off to the right of the first baseline, deep and moving the count to 1-1. Guthrie, the DH on the day, played catcher earlier. He awaits the 1-1 pitch. And that time Tweet was running again with 2 outs, but he is unlucky with the foul balls. They're just making him run today. This moves the count to 2-2. Or 1-2, excuse me. Guthrie awaits the 1-2 pitch, and he's going to get drilled. Oh, that one looks like it might have hurt a little bit. We heard that from up here, but he seems to shake it off just fine. Want to make sure he's okay.
Yeah, right off that front left arm, as the Husky catcher will take first base. Then now 2 runners on with 2 outs for Williams Castro.
As he waves off the trainer as well. Good to see Guthrie still okay there on first as he communicates with the first base coach. Umpire's making sure that he's okay.
Yeah, home plate umpire taking a lot of extra time, lackadaisically wiping off the home plate, so he can have plenty of time.
Castro steps back into the box after the 1-2 start, but his last go-around, his deep shot 2-run home run, extended the Huskies' lead 3-1. Now we sit 5-2, and he has another opportunity with a runner in scoring position and 2 out.
Yeah, slightly awkward swing there. Didn't seem like his legs were a little out in front when he just slowed up his upper body to foul off the changeup.
And important to note, he is facing a different pitcher, so you seem to notice that right away, as that one's also oddly cut on deep in the dirt, moving the count to 0-2.
Also, Castro, a guy who does have very apparent lefty-righty splits, and he did hit that ball against the lefties. He's hitting a .389 against lefties, .277 against righties.
See if he can recover those numbers a little bit here as we see a foul ball cut on low in the zone again, keeping the count at 0-2.
That was a pretty good swing there at the lower part of the zone. He was, again, out in front of it on a slower pitch, but just stays through it and just fouls it right off and keeps it going on 0-2.
Well, Cyrus so far has been a heavily off-speed pitcher as well, so it's a little bit of an adjustment from earlier. This one, Heat going in right between the second or short and third, and they're going to call him out at first. That was very close, and the umpire took an extra minute to call it, but cleanly corralled for the 3rd out, keeping the lead at 5-2 for the Huskies. We will be right back with you on 97.5 Radio X.
Okay, the KVSC Sports Stream is broadcasting all your Husky athletics. Okay, that's volleyball.
Receives the serve. Torvey, left pin swing!
Basketball.
She pulled up from the logo, looking like Steph Curry.
Baseball.
Toop, there it is. Another no-hitter.
And softball.
This one has a chance to get out on the warning track. Gone!
Okay, so go to kvsc.org. Okay, click sports, and then click KVSC Sports Stream. Okay, we'll see you there.
Hello and welcome back to U.S. Bank Stadium here as we join you in the top of the 6th inning as the Huskies look to maintain their 3-run lead 5-2. As Camden Lyke will step back out on the mound after his 1 out in the in the top of the 5th. He continues his season so far 13 1/3 innings pitched with the 12 hits, 8 strikeouts, and a 7.43 ERA. He will start with Nathan Wheeler up to bat. Wheeler so far in the day, 1 strikeout, 1 walk in 2 appearances, batting .200 on the year. Wheeler will start. He will also see, he is the 7-hitter. We'll also see the 8 and 9 in Caleb Gardo and Brock Waitola.
Yeah, Wheeler getting the nod at 3rd base for this game. And 0 for 1 with the strikeout, as you said. Did draw the walk, so we'll see if he can get the bat off his shoulders, put a ball in play.
As we get the last warm-up here, Tweet didn't even want to take his throw down to second. Wheeler will step into the box here with 0 out in the top of the 6th, trying to maintain a little bit or get back a little bit of these runs for the Mustang. He awaits the first pitch fired just inside for ball 1. Mustangs in all 4 of these games, except for the one earlier today, have struggled with scoring later in games against the Huskies bullpen as that goes for ball 2. But Huskies bullpen has had success so far as we await the 2-0 pitch from Like. This one fired in and definitely in the zone, so fouled off by Wheeler. Count moves to 2-1. Like sticking with the inside corner here against the right-handed hitter, usually the best method for right-handed pitchers. This one's going to be just outside and fouled up just to the right of the first baseline. We will have a chance at it for Avondale, and he will catch it for out number 1.
Yeah, he makes the play nice and easy over there, ranging to his left from the first base, stepping in. So Huskies able to get the first out on the board nice and easy in the top of the 6th.
And that'll bring Caleb Gardo up to bat, who so far on the day is 0 of 1 in his one at bat. I believe he might have gotten hit by a pitch in the other one.
Believe so, yeah.
And he will take strike 1 down the middle of the plate for an 0-1 count.
No, it was a sacrifice.
Sack, that's what it was. Okay, excuse me. But so far in the year against right-handed pitching, he is batting .200. And as he takes strike 2 for a quick 0-2 count. Gardo, someone on the season who's only batting .208 in general with 1 RBI. A nice chance for a quick inning here if the Huskies can get rid of the bottom of this order. As we see an outside pitch, just trying to get him to take a swing at something that he could never get a hold of, moving the count to 1-2. As Gardo takes his stance in the box, he awaits the pitch from Lake. This one's going to be cut on and sent back to Lake and he takes the bobble just for a little bit of theatrics, but the out is made for out number 2 at first.
Yeah, he gets it done. He did seem like he was kind of caught in his fingertips there for a second, but able to stay through it.
Always that glove to ball to hand transition from the glove when you're a pitcher is usually one of the most difficult. It takes a lot of quick reaction time. As the umpire makes sure everyone is okay here. Waitola steps into the batter's box with 1 sacrifice on the day, and that's how he got his RBI. Other than that, 0 of 1. With 2 outs, he awaits the pitch from Lake, and he's going to take that one in the dirt for ball 1. Lake looking to finish up another quick inning here as he's had success in his relief. That one is going to go just too high for ball 2. Count starting 2-0 here for Lake as he fires for ball 3, a quick down count here. As Lake will most likely just try to get one in some part of the center part of the plate against the 9-hole hitter who will go for the bunt. He faked him out.
Yeah, 3-0, 2 outs. He's just faking a bunt there to try to throw him off.
It didn't even really look like he was even attempting to run there. But 3-1 moves the count as Lake gets ready, fires. Going to go just outside for Lake for his first walk of the outing. That puts a runner on first with still 2 outs, and the lineup flipping over here for the Mustangs. Levi Lampert stepping in the box, who still doesn't have an at-bat today, technically.
Yeah.
3 appearances, 3 walks. And on his last one, I think he started 0-2, and he just worked his way through it. As he gets ready for the pitch from Lake, that will go inside for ball 1.
Lampert's on-base percentage currently sitting at a nice round 500.
That's someone who you want leading off for you. Also has made an excellent play in right a couple different times this weekend. Lampert gets ready for the 1-0 pitch. This one he's going to foul off his own thigh and take strike 1. Count moves to 1-1 with that. He looks all right. Still the Waitola runner on. Waitola is the runner on first. He so far in the season has 2 attempts at stolen bases, 1 successful. 2 outs, though, and Like isn't too worried about him as he fires the next pitch slightly outside for a 2-1 count. Like trying to finish up a strong start to the inning here with 2 outs, 2-1 count to Lampert. Lampert finally takes a strike here as he does not take a cut. That moves the count to even at 2-2. Lampert, the lefty so far in the season, batting .385 against righties, as well as that .500 on-base percentage Joey mentioned earlier. So someone that's very dangerous in the box. This one fouled off behind home plate, keeping the count at 2-2 for Lampert. And we're seeing Like try to stay in the zone here as well, as he knows Lampert has proven he will be patient and he will not test himself outside the zone. The righty Like sets to fire against the lefty Lambert. Runners go here as well. Ball taken, fired down by Guthrie, and not in time. A stolen base here for Waitola, moving a runner into scoring position with 2 outs, and an even count, or a full count, I should say, for Lampert.
Yeah, full count, 2 outs, now first base open. Hamrick on deck.
Lampert awaits the full count pitch with 2 outs. That's going to go well outside the zone and high for his 4th walk of the day, proving he can always get on base. But Henry Hamrick will step into the batter's box here now. 1 for 3 so far in the day with 1 strikeout.
Huskies are going to take a mound visit, though.
Smart decision here after 2 quick outs from Like, allowing 2 base runners on pretty not too competitive of counts there.
Got activity in the Husky bullpen, it looks like. Nope, never mind. They pump faked us.
They like to do that. No, it looks like will just get a talking to, possibly just saying, hey, we have the heart of the order coming up. Why don't we just get this guy out here, give him something to hit, give him something low in the zone that our defense can respond to, which our Huskies defense has been next to perfect this entire weekend.
It's Hamrick coming up. He's 1 for 3 today with a strikeout and a single.
Hamrick, the righty, so far against the season, batting much better against righties than lefties. .316 on the season. If you count 2 outs, or his 1 RBI with 2 outs, I should say, and with runners on base, he's batting .318 as well. That one's going to go outside for ball 1. Hamrick batting second in the order and playing center today. As the righty takes a stance in the box and waits the pitch from Like. This one again slow and outside from Like. Kind of losing control here in the latter half of this inning.
And there definitely will be some activity in the St. Cloud bullpen. Number 28, Collar Key up there and throwing.
As we await to see how long of a leash Like is allowed here with 2 outs in the top of the 6th. Huskies still only maintaining a 3-run lead. As he goes for the bunt attempt and calls it back for a ball 3.
Yeah, I doubt that was a sincere bunt attempt considering there are 2 outs.
Right. No, that's not something that you'd typically see. And now the count moves to 3-0 against Hamrick. Let's see if he even tries to take a cut. He'll go for a fake bunt, and he'll go way outside for a wild pitch. It's a walk anyway, but we're going to get a runner through to home. The ball is out of play, so I believe they're going to stop him. They're not going to let him go.
Yeah, the ball went under a Mustang's foot over there on the bench.
Yeah, no, you can't hide the ball and then score a run. That's usually not how that works.
Either way, bases will now be loaded for the Mustangs.
Interesting to see if Like stays in there against the lefty Corey Bantam. Corey Bantam so far in the day, 0 of 2 with a walk and 1 strikeout.
And Guthrie going to come out and talk to his pitcher Like here.
I mean, we haven't seen a competitive pitch from Like in 2 full at-bats now, so you'd like to see him just take a moment, take a good breather, and find the zone again.
Lakin has now walked the bases loaded.
And he hadn't given up a walk previous to this inning. He got the first 2 outs very quickly and then 3 consecutive walks. And like someone who is a relief pitcher, and we're going to get a mound visit. We're going to get a pitcher change here as well. It looks like in the mound visit we will get that pitcher change. It looks like number 30. Or which one?
Looks like. Sure. Yeah, 28.
Number 28. Excuse us here.
Yeah, Key Callner.
Key caller or caller key.
Yeah.
Excuse us. We will give him just a moment to warm up on the mound, and we'll be right back with you here on 97.5 Radio X.
KVSC is looking for new volunteers for our sports department.
Luka knocks a man on the puck. He's in the slot. Crookshank scores!
If you love sports and want an opportunity to get closer to your favorite teams, the KVSC Sports Department is the place for you.
Tracking back is net. He'll camp under it. Toop, there it is. Another no-hit.
When you join the KVSC Sports Department, not only will you receive a great addition to your resume, you will also meet the future of the industry and gain on-the-job experience in broadcasting.
Kick out to Willard on the left wing. 3 is up and good.
To contact us, please call 320-308-3066 or contact us at kvsc.org.
Aaron to serve. Gets it over. Ceiling. Starkey. Schmidt. Blocked up front. The Huskies are going dancing.
The KVSC Sports Department. Get in the game.
Hello and welcome back to U.S. Bank Stadium here as we await the continuation of the top of the 6th inning here. Still 2 outs, bases loaded after 3 consecutive walks there from Camden Lake. We will see Kaylor Key step onto the mound. So far in the season, 10 2/3 innings pitched, 14 hits, a 9.28 ERA, but does sport 12 strikeouts. So it's almost like a hitter in baseball now where you're striking out or you're hitting a home run. He's either giving up a good hit or he's striking you out. So we'll see what it is today.
Yeah, Key junior transfer from JUCO, Rock Valley Junior College that he came from. Is now in his first season with the Huskies. Hasn't had the best start to it, but as you said, been racking up strikeouts.
And now that I look at it too, he's given up 3 home runs on the year, which does lead the team, but only 1 double and 9 walks. So it's just the consecutive hits, it looks like, and making contact through. We will see what he has in store for us today as he gets ready to throw against Corey Bantam, the left-hander. Key gets ready in his stretch, comes, sets, fires. This one looked like it was in for strike 1, but it's going to go just on the outside corner of the plate for ball 1. And that's where you'd want to see the pitches end up, too, with the right-hander pitching to the left-handed Bantam.
Key also coming in 6'7" on the mound.
He is towering over everybody in there. That adds to the heat that he has been throwing. Key winds, sets, throws. This one high and outside for ball 2. So, dangerous situation here for the Huskies. Keeping a 3-run lead, the go-ahead run is in the batter's box with 2 outs here. As Key winds, sets. This one fired in low for 3-0 count. And the first pitch looked good, but next 2 not too competitive there from Key. So let's see if he can rein it in and not walk in a run.
Yeah, Will Hess already up and throwing in the Husky bullpen as well.
We'll see Key come set, wind, fire. This one, again, the same as the first pitch, just outside there for ball 4. That'll walk in the 3rd run of the evening for the Mustangs, making the lead 5-3 for the Huskies.
Huskies have walked 4 batters in a row now.
not looking good when the next man stepping into the box is Tyler Froland, who so far on the day hasn't done much with his one walk, but as we've clearly stated a couple times, 3 home runs on the doubleheaders so far and 3 RBIs this season with 2 outs. This first pitch is going to be watched for strike 1. We can see strikes.
Yeah.
There is strikes. They do happen. Look at that.
So Froland's first pitch menacing, hitting all the home runs on first pitches, does not outweigh the take sign after the walks are issued
that
from
is,
St. Cloud.
Yeah, once you've walked 4 consecutive batters, you kind of got to prove that you can throw it in the zone. As this one is almost cut on, but still going to be called for a strike. Count's going to move to 0-2.
Key able to get ahead here, 0-2.
Key showing excellent recovery here after the 4-pitch walk for the first batter. Froland awaits the 0-2 pitch here. This one going to be taken for strike 3, too. That one's right down the middle, and Key just hit him with the heat. That is an excellent end to the inning there, maintaining the runs, not too much, just the 1 run given up. We'll be right back with you here in just a moment on 97.5 Radio X.
KVSC is looking for new volunteers for our sports department.
Luka knocks a man on the puck. He's in the slot. Crookshank scores!
If you love sports and want an opportunity to get closer to your favorite teams, the KVSC Sports Department is the place for you.
Tracking back is net. He'll camp under it. Toop, there it is. Another no-hit.
When you join the KVSC Sports Department, not only will you receive a great addition to your resume, you will also meet the future of the industry and gain on-the-job experience in broadcasting.
Kick out to Willard on the left wing. 3 is up and good.
To contact us, please call 320-308-3066 or contact us at kvsc.org.
Aaron to serve. Gets it over. Ceiling. Starkey. Schmidt. Blocked up front. The Huskies are going dancing.
The KVSC Sports Department. Get in the game.
Hello and welcome back to 97.5 Radio X as we join you here as we move down to the bottom of the 6th inning as the Huskies stopped the bleeding eventually in the top of the 6th there. Leaving only 1 run and Mustangs leaving 3 on base. Lead stays 5-3 as we see Gerard Cyrus still take the mound here for the Mustang. In his, so far only have given up 1 hit. Eric Bello will step into the batter's box as well. He'll take strike 1 looking. So far in the day for Bello, 1 for 2, and that is all. On the season though, batting .243 with the 1 home run, 12 RBIs, and 14 runs. So as he takes a kind of a lazy cut there for strike 2.
Yeah, he was well out in front of that one.
So it looks like Cyrus might have him in the palm of his hand. Let's see what he delivers here. This one's going to be fouled off. Good recovery there from Bello after not getting the timing down on the first 2 pitches.
Yeah, able to stay through on that up and in fastball or changeup it was that he was out in front of and just kind of, kept the hands back for just that last half second.
This one, Bello is going to foul off as well and get lucky that the catcher could not corral it in, so he will stay alive here with an 0-2 count.
Yeah, it certainly was lucky that the catcher didn't catch that one. Just barely pops out.
Cyrus waits the pitch from the catcher here. He will fire in. This one line deep into left into the gap. That one's going to be corralled by Hamrick, the center fielder, for out number 1.
Oh, man, that ball went far, but it just gets out there and closer to the wall, and it just starts dropping down. He gave it a ride. It was just right to a guy. Unfortunate there for Bello.
And we've seen that happen a couple times with those balls hitting the left center gap. They have a way of just dying in the air. As we see Taeyoung Kim step in the batter's box, so far 0 of 2 on the day. He'll watch ball 1 get taken low. Kim, someone who has been in and out of the lineup all 4 games here, has seen time in all of them at some point. This one's going to be swung on and chopped down to the first baseline. This one, the first baseman's going to corral and send it in to Cyrus for out number 2.
Yeah, he nearly beat it out. The first baseman took a step towards the bag, then realized that the ball was rolling farther than he thought it would with the turf, and goes over, picks it up, and flips it to the pitcher. Kim almost beat it out, but just couldn't quite.
Well, it's one of those awkward situations that you practice so often of who's fielding the ball and who's covering the bag. So Cyrus, excellent job there at getting to the bag and ready for the throw from Bantam. That first pitch here is going to be watched for a strike to the center fielder, Braden Jacobson. So far in the day for Jacobson, 0 of 2, has not reached base, but still batting .314 on the year as he takes a kind of a wild cut of a pitch down in the dirt for 0-2 count.
Yeah, and he steps out, takes his helmet off, and just resets after that one. Comes in with an 0-2 count at this point. Probably just protecting, trying to shoot something the other way.
Jacobson shoots this one the other way and corralled by the shortstop Waitola, who throws him out pretty easily there. So pretty quick inning there for the Mustangs. We will come back right here at the top of the 7th inning in just a moment on 97.5 Radio X.
KVSC is looking for new volunteers for our sports department.
Knocks a man on the puck. He's in the slot. Crookshank scores!
If you love sports and want an opportunity to get closer to your favorite teams, the KVSC Sports Department is the place for you.
Tracking back is net. He'll camp under it. Toop, there it is. Another no-hit.
When you join the KVSC Sports Department, not only will you receive a great addition to your resume, you will also meet the future of the industry and gain on-the-job experience in broadcasting.
Kick out to Willard on the left wing. 3 is up and good.
To contact us, please call 320-308-3066 or contact us at kvsc.org.
Aaron to serve. Gets it over. Ceiling. Starkey. Schmidt. Blocked up front. The Huskies are going dancing.
The KVSC Sports Department. Get in the game.
Hello and welcome back to your 97.5 Radio X stream of this Huskies-Mustang matchup, the last leg of our 4-part doubleheader. Here in the top of the 7th, we will see Kaylor Key step back onto the mound after getting us out of a bind in the top of the 6th there. So far, only the 1 walk and then continued that with a strikeout in the next at-bat. We will see a pinch hitter here for number 15, Jared Cortez. It looks like he will be swapped out.
Evan Ben, the man coming in for him.
Be swapped out for Evan Ben. So far in the season, Ben batting .318 in his 7 appearances and 6 starts so far. So he's been successful when he's been out there. 5 RBIs and 2 runs on the year as well.
Coming in for Jared Cortez, normally one of the Mustangs' best hitters, but was over 3 with 3 strikeouts today.
And that's one of those moments where you just got to give your guy a minute. And I believe they did that in the second game last time out as well, as that pitch goes high for ball 1. Just when you recognize a hitter doesn't have it, don't get him tired and sitting out there, especially when you have a true freshman. He's going to have a lot of opportunities to make up for it. As we see Ben, the right-hander, await the pitch from the right-handed Key. This one fired in, almost cut on, still a strike, evening the count at 1-1. Looks like Ben thought about that one, but on second thought decided not to give it a go. The 6-7 Key gets ready for the next pitch with the 1-1 count. This one fired in the dirt here for moving into 2-1. Key seems to be heavily reliant on the fastball so far, and that makes sense coming from the 6'7", 240-pound right-hander. He can throw some heat. Key comes, sets, fires. This one just painting the corner of the zone there, moving it to 2-2. Excellent pitch there from Key. More of that is exactly what you're looking to see to finish out this 2-run lead. Key awaits the call from Guthrie. He likes it. He gets ready in his set. Winds up. This one again in the dirt here, moving the count to full at 3-2. Seems like kind of an every other pitch for Key if he can get that heater in control.
Yeah, I mean, he really does have the stuff to get him out, as we saw with that strikeout especially.
Key shakes off a pitch, eventually nods one in. Gets set. This one fired in again in the dirt for walk number 2 on the outing for him so far. That puts a runner on first with none out in the top of the 7th here. And moving into the batter's box now is someone who's had a pretty good day so far, is batting 2 for 3 in the day, Owen Latondres. So let's see if the Huskies can get these walks under control in the last 2 innings. That makes it 5 in 2 innings. Key will come set, fire. This one hard and could not catch up to it as Latondres, and he takes it for strike 1. I don't know if Key has thrown anything other than the fastball, but I do not disagree with it at this point if that's what he's going to be throwing.
I think he's throwing like a changeup that's slightly softer, but, you know, maybe like less than 5 miles an hour softer at that.
Right. And then that one goes for strike 2. So finally getting ahead in the count here for the Huskies pitchers for the first time in a minute. We go to 0-2 with none out still here and a runner on first. Key comes set. Winds, fires. This one fouled off behind home plate, keeping the count at 0-2. And we've consistently seen, no matter who it is pitching, the Huskies like to go to the high fastball for the strikeout pitch. Although there's been mostly fastballs so far, it seems like it's still on the plate if it's going to be that good. This one, a high fastball strikeout here for Kaylor Key. Latondres, his first strikeout of the day, moving him to 2-4. 1 out now with a runner on first, and stepping into the batter's box is Nathan Wheeler.
Yeah, very good pitch with that one from Key. Just putting him away, no problem, not overthinking it, just dialing up the heat up high.
Yeah, it's one of those ones where even if they made contact, it's not like it's going anywhere. As Key gets ready for the 1-out pitch, and there's going to be a bunt attempt from Wheeler that's going to go foul off to the right. So something to be aware of here for the Huskies infielders as we see Moreno take a step up. Wheeler, someone on the day, is 0-2 with a walk and a strikeout, batting 190 on the season, so the bunt attempt does make sense. Right-hander awaits the pitch from Key. This one's going to be lined hard down the right field line, but foul.
Yeah, he gave it a ride that's just kept going way slicing foul. Not even really a chance at staying fair, but it went quite a ways.
And we await the 0-2 pitch from Key with 1 out here. Wheeler takes this pitch looking high for ball 1. That was that same pitch that he struck out Latondres with in the previous at bat. Wheeler awaits the 1-2 pitch as Key gives a look to first base. This one fired in and just barely high and outside to Wheeler. The count's going to move to even at 2-2. Key looks for the ground ball here for the double play with 1 out and a runner on first. Count stays at 2-2. He comes, sets, fires. This one swung on and missed. Strikeout number 2 here for Key, or 3, 2 in a row, but 3 in total, making it 2 outs here in the top of the 7th inning.
Yeah, that's Key pulling the string on him, throwing a lot of fastballs, just getting it across, saying, hey, here's my stuff, try to hit it. This time he finally slows it down, gives them something else, and they can't hit it.
Well, it's always nice in the bullpen to have a reliever that, even if he only has the 1 pitch in his repertoire, it's an excellent pitch, and not many are doing it better than him. So if you're only facing guys once, it's not as significant, or as much of a detriment, I should say. As we see Caleb Gardo step into the box, the right-hander takes a good cut on the first pitch, misses for strike 1. Gardo so far in the day 0-2, batting 200 on the season with 1 RBI and 3 runs. Gardo awaits the 0-1 pitch. And he takes another hearty cut. This one again missed, moving the count to 0-2 for Key.
Yeah, great pitch on the up and away there.
Key looks to end this inning here with no damage done. The 0-2 pitch, he comes, sets, fires. This one's going to go high and outside for ball one.
Good 0-2 pitch there. Just not quite finding the zone. Wanted a little closer, but well out. Got him to move off the plate a little bit as well.
Right, with someone crowding the box like that a little bit, those high and inside pitches are always a good warning. Key gets ready for the 1-2 pitch. Winds, fires. This one's going to be chopped down the third base line. Stay fair. Moreno cleans, Fieldly fires, and clean out for the third of the top of the seventh. Huskies maintain their lead 5-3, and we'll be right back here with you on 97.5 Radio X.
Coming this Friday at 12:30, The Undertaker and John Cena.
Wait, what did you say, Drew?
This headlining event is at KVSC Studios.
No, Drew, that's when Sidelines is on. Did you really try to schedule a main event during Sidelines right here on KVSC?
Sidelines?
Yeah, where we talk about things like
Ryan Suter's patience as a D-man are what makes him in the top 5 of the NHL.
Or
he got all of the talent in the world in weapons.
So then why aren't they in the playoffs?
And
once Carson Wentz got hurt, I just assumed it was a home field advantage all the way through to the Super Bowl for the
Vikings. Did it as well.
Because I don't see them winning.
You can catch all of this live every Friday at 12:30, only on pay-per-view.
Drew, cut it with the wrestling promo. Sidelines isn't on pay-per-view. It's right here on 88.1 FM KVSC every Friday at 12:30.
Hello and welcome back to US Bank Stadium here as we join you in the bottom of the 7th inning as we await Drought Cyrus to retake the mound. So far, still only has one hit given up. Huskies have not scored a run since the 5th inning. We look to see if we can start the offense a little bit again as the Mustangs have started to climb their way back in both scoring one run in both the 5th and 6th inning. Now just with a deficit of 2 runs, losing 5-3. And Cyrus will go against the top of the order here for the Huskies, starting with the 1-2-3 and Moreno. 2 for 3 so far in the day, and if you remember in the first inning, cracked one to left field for a solo shot, starting the scoring for the Huskies.
Yeah, he gave that thing a long ride deep out in left field. Gave the first run on the board for either team in this one.
Moreno will take strike one, looking low in the zone, starting the count 0-1.
Moreno's home run today, this game, the first game of this 4th game set, the Huskies scored first.
That pitch will go wild, down and low, making it even at 1-1. Moreno has been someone this entire series, and in all 4 games, has stayed consistent in that leadoff spot, creating opportunities, offensive opportunities for the Huskies. And this one's going to go high and outside for ball 2, making it 2-1. I mean, on the season even, he was batting .383 with 2 home runs, 8 RBIs, and a whopping 20 runs. So he's been a producer. And this one's going to get fired back at the pitcher, Cyrus. He's going to knock it down and get Moreno out. So excellent awareness from Cyrus there in blocking the ball with his glove, knocking it down and firing it over to first accurately.
Yeah, umpire comes out and checks on him, make sure it didn't hit him hard or anything. He walks it off right away. Looks like it just hit him right in the glove. As he tells his coach, he walks out also checking up on him.
And just excellent awareness from Cyrus there. And it's one of those things you learn as a pitcher is that that ball might come back at you. So you need to protect yourself with your glove immediately. And he executed that perfectly for the first out of the bottom of the 7th. And with that, that brings Hayden Conkle up to bat, who will take strike one looking here. Although on the day, he's been on fire. 3 for 3 so far. No runs or RBIs, but been getting on base. And on the season has moved his average as he takes strike 2 looking as well, moving his average up to 346 on the season with a home run and 10 RBIs. Conkle now will wait the 0-2 pitch and take a cut on a pitch in the dirt for the strikeout. It won't be corralled, but thrown in pretty easily here by the Mustangs, getting him out at first.
Big drop on that curveball there. Just had him way out in front of it.
Yeah, and that was one of those ones I don't think he ever got a hold of the pitches that were coming out of Cyrus's hands there.
Southwest going to take a mound visit. No activity in their bullpen, but they will make a pitching change.
Yeah, it looks like they just want to get their guy out of there. Maybe for a matchup with the lefty Tweet coming up to bat. And it looks like it is a left-handed pitcher coming in, so that does make sense. We will give them a moment to warm up and figure out who they are, and we will be right back with you on 97.5 Radio X.
KVSC is looking for new volunteers for our sports department.
He's in the slot. Crookshank scores!
If you love sports and want an opportunity to get closer to your favorite teams, the KVSC Sports Department is the place for you.
Tracking back is net. He'll camp under it. Toop, there it is. Another no-hit.
When you join the KVSC Sports Department, not only will you receive a great addition to your resume, you will also meet the future of the industry and gain on-the-job experience in broadcasting.
Kick out to Willard on the left wing. 3 is up and good.
To contact us, please call 320-308-3066 or contact us at kvsc.org.
Aaron to serve. Gets it over. Ceiling. Starkey. Schmidt. Blocked up front. The Huskies are going dancing.
The KVSC Sports Department. Get in the game.
Hello and welcome back to your Radio X stream on 97.5. It is Colin Hubert taking the mound for the Mustangs. The left-hander will go against both the left-hander Tweet and Navratil, we'd assume. He did see some time yesterday in, I believe it was the first game, and that one's going to be a pitch in the dirt. They're going to say he did not go the full way, so Tweet will be safe and take ball one.
There is 2 outs, so I'm not sure if he gets Tweet out, if he'll go back out next inning to face Navratil or not.
Fair enough. So let's see if he can get this one out. As this one fired to second, gloved, cleanly fired, and I will eat my words. As the third out happens pretty quickly here as we move to the bottom of the top of the 8th inning, excuse me. We will be right back with you here on 97.5 Radio X.
97.5 Radio X is now your home for St. Cloud Tech High School athletics.
Muhammad Youssef, and Youssef takes the shot and a save. Forced there by Kanan Hennon to push it over the bar.
That means Tiger Athletics can be heard right here, from the court to the field, from the ice to the pitch. Your home for St. Cloud Tech Athletics is Radio X, including St. Cloud High School hockey, along with the Icebreakers.
Pass connects. Shot there, Carlson. Save, rebound, loose puck in the slot, and St. Cloud scores!
You can listen to us live or find us at 97.5radiox.com.
Hello and welcome back to U.S. Bank Stadium here as we await the Mustangs to step into the batter's box. Kaylor Key will stay on the mound here. Still no hits given up for Key. 2 walks and 3 strikeouts as we've had a little bit of trouble with control, but the heat has prevailed so far. He will start with the 9 matchup here when Brock Waitola and then eventually see the 1 and 2 as well in Levi Lampert and Henry Hamrick. So far on the day, Waitola is 0 of 1 with 1 walk and a sacrifice here. It's 214 on the season and 3 RBIs. As a 9-hole hitter, I mean, it's going to be about as best as you can expect there with the walk and the RBI driven on the sacrifice.
Key looked really solid so far. Obviously, as you said, the heat has prevailed. And also, as you said, no hits allowed. Does have the 2 walks, but has done a really good job. I mean, he nibbles around. The count gets up there a lot, but he has done a really solid job at not letting that worry him at all. He doesn't stray from that fastball identity that he has really at all.
Right, it's almost like he's just pitching against himself for all these bats. If they're in the strike zone, the hitters have not found a way to catch up to his fastball yet. As Waitola waits the first pitch, he'll take it for strike one. That one was right in the center cut there. That one possibly was one of the pitches you were talking about earlier. The slightly slower fastball. It's almost like a changeup. It's not as quick as the other ones, but still effective. This one whined and thrown from Key. That's going to go just below the zone, evening it at 1-1. Key so far waiting the pitch, finally giving the nod and getting set. With the wind and fire, this one's going to go barely too high. Waitola even had to wait just a moment to see the call, but that moves the count to 2-1 for the 9-hole hitter. And something you usually want to see a quick out here for Key, moving to the top of the order, is dangerous. Just outside again for Key. That's going to move it to 3-1. Key not getting the call he would like in those last two pitches, but very close. Waitola waits the 3-1 pitch. That one's going to... I mean, that's 3 pitches in a row. That one was more clearly a ball than the other ones, but all very close for Key as he gives up the 4-pitch walk, or 5-pitch walk, excuse me, creating a runner on first with still none out here, moving to the top of the order for the Mustang.
We'll see if Levi Lampert can keep his streak going.
I mean, I don't think he wants to take it at bat, actually. He wants all of the walks possible, and I guarantee you any manager will take that at a leadoff hitter as well. He awaits the first pitch and sends this one down to the first base and says, no, I do have a bat. That one's going to go down the right field line and is going to extend Waitola to third, and he is going to stay at first for Lampert. His first hit of the day, but that's going to make runners at the corners with none out here in the top of the 8th for the Mustang.
Yeah, really good rip sending it down. Now tying run on first base with no outs for the Mustangs.
And just putting on a display today is Lampert in the leadoff spot, just getting on base any way he can. That pitch was that hit was not soft at all. He got a hold of that thing and sent it. This time we're going to see Hamrick step into the box with a walk on the day and 1 for 3 so far and a strikeout. Hamrick with runners at the corners and none out. Let's see Key's strategy here. First pitch is a hard fastball down the center of the plate. That's going to start the count 0-1. Hamrick looking to drive in he has 11 RBIs so far in the season, looking to drive in a couple more. Hamrick awaits the 0-1 pitch. This one cut on and just missed, moving it to 0-2. He wanted to do something with that one. He knows he has the tying runner on first, and he's the go-ahead. And Hamrick also someone with, he doesn't have a light bat. So far, 4 home runs on the year. He is a danger. Hamrick aggressively sways his bat, awaiting the pitch. This one's going to be cut on, sent down the third base line. That will hold the third base runner at third and get the out. Moreno, excellent play there. Good glove, creating the out, or first out, I should say.
Yeah, they get the out, and yeah, as you said, good look back from Moreno to keep him honest. But now 2 runners in scoring position, the tying run on second base.
So, and now is where you meet some strategy here, because you have the left-hander, Corey Bantam, and you might think with 1 out you kind of want to just give him first base, but right after that's Tyler Froland. So that's not really in the deck of cards here. And that one's going to be sent deep to left field. It's going to go foul, though. The left-hander Bantam so far on the day, 0 of 2 with an RBI and 2 walks. The left-hander so far in the season against righties is only batting .200, so not typically something you'd see. Much better against lefties. Bantam takes this one outside for ball 1, evening the count at 1-1. Bantam awaits the 1-1 pitch with runners on second and third here, 1 out. Bantam watches this pitch hit the dirt, moving the count to 2-1. And like I said, you wouldn't want to intentionally walk him here, but if it does by happenstance happen, it's not the worst thing in the world. As Bantam awaits a 2-1 pitch with 2 runners in scoring position, Key comes set. Fires this one just barely too high for ball 3, moving it to 3-1. And even though you have the 3-1 count, as previously mentioned, you don't want to give him something that he can really get a hold of here. Lefty Bantam awaiting the 3-1 pitch. This one cut on hard, but missed, moving it to full. He was not content with taking a walk there. He wanted to do it. He wanted to tie the game with 1 swing. As we await the full count pitch here, Key awaits the call from Guthrie, the catcher. Comes, sets. Winds, fires. This one fired in. Looks like a walk, but it's going to be a wild pitch as well. Not corralled by Guthrie, the catcher, and third baseman will get through for another run. That looked like a catchable ball for Guthrie there. Kind of a mental lapse.
Yeah, it definitely should have been, as he was reaching out over to his bare hand. He just could not bring that back in.
And we're going to see a mound visit here and most likely a pitching change from the Huskies as we see the lead grow smaller and smaller as we go on. That makes it 5-3 here in the top of the 8th. They will perform a pitching change here. We'll give them a moment to warm up, and we'll be right back with you here on 97.5 97.5 Radio X.
KVSC is looking for new volunteers for our sports department.
Luka knocks a man on the puck. He's in the slot. Crushing scores!
If you love sports and want an opportunity to get closer to your favorite teams, the KVSC Sports Department is the place for you.
Tracking back is net. He'll camp under it. Toop, there it is. Another no-hit.
When you join the KVSC Sports Department, not only will you receive a great addition to your resume, you will also meet the future of the industry and gain on-the-job experience in broadcasting.
Kick out to Willard on the left wing. 3 is up and good.
To contact us, please call 320-308-3066 or contact us at kvsc.org.
Aaron to serve. Gets it over. Ceiling. Starkey. Schmidt. Blocked up front. The Huskies are going dancing.
The KVSC Sports Department. Get in the game.
Hello and welcome back to your 97.5 Radio X stream of this doubleheader, the second half of this doubleheader, with the Huskies going off against the Mustangs, keeping their 5-3 lead so far, 1 out in the top of the 8th inning. We did get a pitcher change here. We will see number 24, Frankie Volkers, come back in. He did register a save in the second game yesterday, a 3-inning save, but so far in the season, 10 2/3 innings pitched, 6.75 ERA in the 6 appearances. Still no starts, but 8 earned runs, 3 walks, and it looks like 18 strikeouts as well. So another high volatility picture here for the Huskies. High strikeout, high run rate, but he will see the monster Tyler Froland step into the batter's box very dangerously with the 1 out.
He has been blanked so far in this game. 0 for 3, does have a walk, but has struck out twice. So if there's something positive for the Huskies and Volkers going into this one, it's that.
And Volkers did well on Froland yesterday. He was not one of the ones that gave him one of the 3 home runs. As he awaits the opening pitch here, he's going to take a big cut on the first pitch for strike 1 in the dirt.
Yeah, something softer from Volkers to start it off there. Looked like a slider just breaking from the inside to the outside. Good pitch to just throw him off on that first one. Looked like he was taking a big cut.
And excuse me, I missed the score earlier. It's actually 5-4 Mustangs with a 1-run deficit here, 1 out at runners in the corners.
Yeah, Huskies trying to hold on to that lead here. Top of the 8th, one more frame if all goes well for the Huskies to bat.
And this is the first time in any of these 3 games that we've had a close game go this late as well. So it's interesting to see how both teams react to that. As we await the 1-1 pitch, Froland takes another one in the dirt for 2, moving it to 2-1. Froland, so far in the season, batting .256 with 5 home runs and 9 RBIs. The right-hander awaits the pitch. Volkers comes, sets, fires. This one's fired inside for a strike. Almost wanted to cut on it, decided not to. Was just a little bit late, moving it to even at 2-2. As we await the 2-2 pitch here, runners on first and third takes their leads. This one's cut off and sent foul to the right, keeping the count at 2-2. Volkers awaits the call from Guthrie as head umpire here behind the plate will take a talk with Froland as he adjusts his guards and gets ready. Everyone take as much time as you need. Volkers will come, set, wind, fired. This one's going to be cut on and barely foul tipped by Froland, keeping him alive at 2-2. Did not see a lot of that, but just enough of it to stay alive. Volkers steps back onto the mound here, looking to make Froland strike out for the 3rd time this evening. Volkers comes, sets, fires, fouled again off behind home plate, keeping the count again at 2-2. Seeing some good defensive hitting here from Froland, keeping himself alive. Volkers gives an eye over to the first base, making sure there's not too aggressively a lead. Fires. This one's cut on and swung and missed finally by Froland for his 3rd strikeout. Excellent entrance for Volkers there.
Yeah, great start off for Volkers on today's game as he gets in there and just gets the job done immediately.
As we will see a pinch hitter here as well. Number 21, Carter Lang, will step in. So far in the season, Lang we'll find his stats eventually, I promise. He's batting .333 so far in 6 appearances and 2 starts. 1,000 slugging percentage, so something's going right so far with his 2 home runs and 4 RBIs as well. A danger at the plate, even though he is pinch hitting with 2 outs here and runners at the corners. Lang will take the first strike looking, making it 0-1. And Lang, one of those guys who's not seen a lot of time this year so far, but has been very productive in just the 6 games, like I said, with the 2 home runs and 4 runs himself. The righty Lang awaits the pitch from Volkers. This one watched just fly outside, making it 1-1. Volkers looking to have the Huskies maintain their 1-run lead here going into the bottom of the 8th as he awaits the pitch call from Guthrie and gives the nod. Comes, sets, fires. This one's cut on hard by Lang for strike 2 and missed. Lang finds himself in a little bit of a rut here with the 1-2 count, 2 outs, looking to give his team the tie at least. And the runner's going to go. He hasn't even thrown the pitch yet. He's just going to steal, and we're going to catch him in a pickle.
Well, they're trying to get the run. They're trying to get a pickle there, so the runner on third can just break home.
You need to be very aware.
They play it smart. Kim just walks him back.
Very, very smart there by Tae-Young Kim on second, just eyeing the third base, Lampert on third base there, making sure he was not allowed to run. So a little bit of a sticky situation there for the Huskies, but played it very well. And that is actually Austin Baumhover on second, not Taeyoung Kim. He came back in. He started this, the first game at second, was replaced by Kim eventually, and then Kim started the second game at second. And this time he is going to go, but they're just going to let him go. That time, a smart play by Guthrie, holding the ball and not firing. It's not worth it. You're down by, you have a 1-run lead, and they want you to throw that ball to second. Carter Lang will step back into the box with a 1-2 count here. The 2-out pitch. This one cut on and swung and missed. Excellent strikeout from Volkers as he is fired up. Excellent clutch pitching there from the Huskies and Volkers, keeping the 1-run lead into the bottom of the 8th. We'll be right back with you here to watch the Huskies hit in just a moment on 97.5 Radio X.
Okay, the KVSC Sports Stream is broadcasting all your Husky athletics. Okay, that's volleyball.
Receives the serve. Torvey, left pin swing!
Basketball.
She pulled up from the logo looking like Steph Curry.
Baseball.
Toop, there it is. Another no-hitter.
And softball.
This one has a chance to get out on the warning track. Gone!
Okay, so go to kvsc.org. Okay, click sports, and then click KVSC Sports Stream. Okay, we'll see you there.
Hello and welcome back to US Bank Stadium here as we join you for the tail end of this 4-part doubleheader amongst the Huskies and the Mustang. We will see, it looks like still Colin Hubert, the lefty, on the mound to go against at least Navratil, the other lefty. He will lead off the inning at batting for the Huskies. He will start, it looks like we will see at least him, Blaine Guthrie, and then Wilmus Castro as well. Oh, I was looking at the wrong sheet, but I assume that's correct.
Should be, yeah.
So far in the day, Navratil has not gotten going as he has previously. 0 of 3 with a strikeout so far. Looking to see if he can recover that. So far in the season as well, he's a lefty batting decently well against lefties, typically batting .348 on the season. Lefty will take strike one on the outside corner of the plate, moving it to 0-1 to start this bottom of the 8th inning. Huskies looking for any way to extend the lead and give the closer here, which will most likely be Volkers, a chance at a save. That one's going to go high and outside for ball 1, making it 1-1. Navratil watches the next pitch come in, making it 2-1. And Huskies just need to manufacture runs any way they can as they see a heavy shift here as well. Another high ball moving it to 3-1 from Hubert. But just as the Huskies have done a couple times themselves, the shortstop is playing over the second baseline. And that's going to almost be cut on, but taken for ball 4 from Navratil. He will take his bag.
Good job by Navratil. Really solid plate appearance, and the Huskies need an insurance run here.
As we're going to see a mound visit here from the Mustangs and a pitching change, it looks like. So we'll give them a moment to warm up, and we'll be right back with you here on 97.5 Radio X.
KVSC is looking for new volunteers for our sports department.
Luka knocks a man off the puck. He's in the slot. Crushing scores!
If you love sports and want an opportunity to get closer to your favorite teams, the KVSC Sports Department is the place for you.
Tracking back is net. Hole camp under it. Toop, there it is. Another no-hit.
When you join the KVSC Sports Department, not only will you receive a great addition to your resume, you will also meet the future of the industry and gain on-the-job experience in broadcasting.
Kick out to Willard on the left wing. 3 is up and good.
To contact us, please call 320-308-3066 or contact us at kvsc.org.
Aaron to serve. Gets it over. Ceiling. Starkey. Schmidt. Blocked up front. The Huskies are going dancing.
The KVSC Sports Department. Get in the game.
Hello and welcome back to US Bank Stadium here as the Huskies look to finish out this fourth leg of the doubleheader here successfully as we see Bennett Napper step onto the mound for the Mustangs. He steps in after also pitching yesterday, still maintaining a 0 ERA in his 4 appearances and 5 1/3 innings pitched. He has given up 2 runs, none earned so far, with 2 walks and 4 strikeouts again in that 5 1/3 pitched.
Yeah, Napper, a guy who we saw twice yesterday, ended up a total of 2 innings when got 2 outs in the first game, got an inning and an extra out in the second one. As you said, no runs, only 1 hit throughout those 2 innings.
And the right-handed submarine pitcher will go off against Blaine Guthrie, the other right-handed catcher here for the Huskies. So far in the day, 1 for 2 with a strikeout, and that one's going to get sent high to center field. Hamrick will take his hat. This time he throws it. Hamrick will take his hat off and make the catch in style, like always, for the first out of the inning.
So 1 out now. Huskies still have Navarhill leading off on first base. Wilmus Castro, the man who hit the big home run earlier, stepping back up for St. Cloud.
And you wonder if you do get a slight benefit on the Huskies side with Napper. They've already seen him twice already, so hopefully they can kind of catch up a little bit as Castro sends one down to second, who's going to glove it on the dive and get 1 out at second, but Castro will beat out a throw attempt at first.
Yeah, good play by the second baseman Wheeler just to dive down, get that ball, and bring it in as he gets the out.
Wheeler coming in clutch there with the dive, making it 2 outs now in the bottom of the 8th. We await Eric Bello stepping into the box. He'll take pitch 1 outside for ball 1, making it 1-0.
Good take there by Bello, just laying off the outside pitch.
And it's difficult as a right-hander going against a right-handed pitcher that's also throwing from a quarter sidearm action. It's hard to see that ball. That one's going to get sent right back up the middle, too short, and that's going to be gloved, cleaned, and a nice scoop there at first by Bantam, and that is going to end the inning here for the Huskies. Keeping the lead at 1 with 5-4. We await to see if we can end it in the top of the 9th. We will be right back with you here on 97.5 Radio X.
KVSC is looking for new volunteers for our sports department.
Luka knocks a man on the puck. He's in the slot. Crookshank scores!
If you love sports and want an opportunity to get closer to your favorite teams, the KVSC Sports Department is the place for you.
Tracking back is net hole, camp under it. Toop, there it is, another no-hit.
When you join the KVSC Sports Department, not only will you receive a great addition to your resume, you will also meet the future of the industry and gain on-the-job experience in broadcasting.
Kick out to Willard on the left wing. 3 is up and good.
To contact us, please call 320-308-3066 or contact us at kvsc.org.
Aaron to serve. Gets it over. Ceiling. Starkey. Schmidt. Blocked up front. The Huskies are going dancing.
The KVSC Sports Department. Get in the game.
Hello and welcome back to US Bank Stadium here as we await possibly the last half inning of this doubleheader as the Huskies look to take the series lead here, winning the first 2 yesterday and losing the first one today, leading 2-1 at the moment and hoping to maintain a 5-4 lead as we see Volkers take the mound again here, looking for his second save of this 4-game series. He will go against Owen Latondresse, who's 2 for 4 so far in the day with a strikeout. Volkers will fire the first pitch in there for strike 1 with a good start to the 0-1 count.
Volkers now on the season, 20 strikeouts, 3 walks, and 11 hits allowed.
So he's been efficient, and there's a reason he's in the game late in these close games, as that one goes just outside for ball 1. And the Huskies seem to be going with the long save strategy at 2 different times this weekend.
Volkers already has 3 saves on the season, trying to get a 4th.
And that one's going to drop in for a strike. Excellent move on that changeup there from Volkers, making it 1-2. As Volkers winds, sets, fires. Swinging miss for a strikeout. Out number 1 here. Excellent start for Volkers.
Volkers just climbs the ladder, a little upper deck. He gets him swinging through it. Great pitch for the strikeout.
And that was something from Latan Dresses. He was not confident on swinging on that, but he had 2 strikes and was forced into it. Now we will see Nathan Wheeler step into the batter's box. So far in the day, 0 of 3 with a walk and 2 strikeouts. And he's going to take strike 1 looking as Volkers is looking to mow down these first 3 batters.
Yeah, Volkers is ready for this game to be done.
Yeah, he does not want to be out there anymore as he fires the next pitch in there just barely outside, evening it up at 1-1.
That's a great pitch, even though it's not called a strike. That really, I mean, it just keeps setting the tone that Volkers has this inning.
And that's exactly what you want out of a last inning. You do not want walks like the Huskies suffered through earlier. And the next one's going to be slow rolling in there for another strike, making it 1-2. That's the second time he's pulled off that. It doesn't have much movement to it, but it just has the speed of a changeup, and it throws off all the timing.
That was a great changeup. He went outside fastball, just didn't get the call, then the inside black with the changeup.
And that's going to be a high fastball outside the zone, evening up at 2-2. But that's been the Huskies' strikeout pitch so far, so you know they're going to go back to it most likely. Volkers winds, sets, fires. This one's going to be cut on, and strikeout number 2 in a row for Volkers. On fire to end this game.
Frankie Volkers is slinging it for the Huskies here, doing a fantastic job.
And it's not like it's his first inning out there. This is his 3rd go-around, and he has still got the heat. Now, stepping into the box, we're going to see a pinch hitter here. This is going to be number 23, and his name is going to be Brady Petrone. Oh, yeah, Brady Petrone, who we saw earlier today catching for his twin brother. So far in the season, batting .067 in 5 starts and 9 appearances. And he's going to watch ball 1 go high. He has 3 RBIs so far on the year. But Petrone will wait the 1-0 pitch. And he'll watch the second pitch go just outside for ball 2, making it 2-0. And this is desperation time here if you're the Mustangs. 2 outs, top of the 9th inning, 1-run deficit. And that's going to be a hard cut from Petrone for strike 1. He wanted to tie the game with that one right there.
Yeah, and he was well off. Volkers has a real strong commanding of his timing right now.
That moves the count to 2-1 here as Volkers gets ready, fires, sets. That's going to be a strike 2. That was right down the middle of the plate for strike 2, making it 2-2. Everybody stand on your feet here. This could be it. Count 2-2. Brady Petrone waiting the pitch from Volkers. Fired in, swung and missed. 3 strikeouts in a row as Volkers is rightly fired up. He deserves that one as we go for handshakes here on the series win for the Huskies, keeping the slight run lead, keeping it 5-4 and finishing the series 3-1 against the Mustangs.
A great job from Volkers. The closer throws his hat down. His glasses nearly fell off his head as the Huskies finished the weekend 3-1 over the Mustangs from Southwest Minnesota State. Fantastic job from St. Cloud taking care of business as they will look ahead on their schedule. Next time the Huskies will play will be this next weekend. They will be at Sioux Falls. They have 1 game Friday, 2 Saturday, and a game Sunday. And we will see them after that, the weekend after March 28th, 29th, and 30th. They will have their first series from St. Cloud at Joe Favorite Field, hosting Mankato. But for now, Nick, I'm Joey Hudson, Nick Shaughnessy as well. I'm ready to get out of here. Nick, anything else?
Yeah, no, I'm about done.
Excuse me.
Joey is definitely done.
Right as I'm ready to sign off. Little phlegm caught in the back of my throat. But this has been 97.5 Radio X. Thank you for tuning in this weekend. As we sign off, make sure to tune in again next weekend for more, or 2 weekends from now for more Husky baseball. And we will see you next time.